The Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. I don't even know what today is. Tuesday?
Yes.
Yeah, February 19th. Nope.
Whoa.
Something popped up on my screen, said February 19th. That was just the date of the picture that was there.
A little bit off.
Today is February 11th,
There you go.
2025.
Yes.
And we are coming to you live. Good morning. How's everybody feeling today?
Ugh.
Oh.
You know, what's so funny is I did the same thing yesterday. I was talking with John Brennan, and there is a Daytona 500 promo.
Right.
And I go, didn't we do that like 3 weeks ago? What do you know, I sent that stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I reread the email, and it was Daytona 500. I was just thinking NASCAR, just like NASCAR, not specifically Daytona 500.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm sick and confused.
I just realized I think I'm wearing the wrong headphones.
Oh, yeah?
Anybody missing headphones?
I'm not. These are mine. You can tell because they have it.
No, I have another pair over here. I just couldn't tell which one are mine. They're the exact same pair of headphones, but
Right.
these don't feel comfortable on my head.
Maybe it's these ones.
No, I have another pair over here.
All right.
Are those yours that you're wearing, Gio? Because they have Joe on them.
Yes.
Oh,
I just have Joe on my
Oh,
headphones.
okay.
I feel like Tom just stole
you.
things when we left. He just packed everything in my bag.
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm
I was like, Tom, where did that come from?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's going with us?
I saw we got a dolly in my
Yeah,
garage that wasn't
yeah.
ours.
Yeah, that was not ours.
So, yeah, he goes, boss, but I just take it. Just take it. Anyway, sorry about yesterday, but I feel like crap today, death yesterday. So a little bit of an upgrade. And who was here? I don't even know who was on the air yesterday.
It was me, Joe.
You sound thrilled about it.
Dude, I think I'm finally hitting the wall.
Yeah.
Of like
yeah.
getting up
Maybe.
at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
like for 10 days in a row, and I think it's finally catching up to me.
Yeah.
It was Joe, me, Carmen, Ian,
Oh.
Mike Olivero,
Oh.
Dizzy.
Oh. All the big guns.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your patience, but I'm telling you right now, I realize the fortunate situation I'm in where I don't have to travel very far to do the show. For me to take a day off of the show due to illness, you know that I'm ill.
Mm.
I mean, I didn't. It wasn't just that I was coughing and sneezing. I'll fart during the show. I'll sneeze during the show. I don't care. But it was the matter of it felt like a truck ran over me for 2 days, and I mean, you saw I was not doing good on the way back.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just how it goes. And I didn't enjoy. I enjoyed the Super Bowl a little less than the Chiefs.
Oh,
No,
I can't even remember what happened.
the Chiefs lost.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
the Eagles.
good.
The
I-
Chiefs look like they never played football before.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
Well,
like if you were a Chiefs fan, you had to have been going, "What is going on right now?"
I just feel like that was 100% the Eagles' defense. The way that the Chiefs figured out how to shut down Saquon Barkley, the Eagles' defense figured out how to shut down Patrick Mahomes, and that was it. That's the key. I mean, we did it. We figured out how to shut him down.
I think they just looked at the Bucks Super Bowl and said, let's just do that.
Yeah,
And it worked.
Yeah. So,
They only sacked Mahomes 48 times.
yeah.
I think it was 46.
Yeah.
I thought Tom Brady was good. People are saying he was a flop. I thought he was pretty good, especially for his first time.
Everybody hates him.
I didn't hate him.
I don't know.
thought
I didn't think so. I didn't think it was
I thought
that.
he was relatable, and
I think maybe I just have a bias towards Tom Brady because I thought it was good, and then everybody said they hate him.
It's funny because I don't care either way about Tom Brady. You know, I don't really care, and he was fine.
Yeah.
You know, I
Right.
think if you didn't like Tom Brady as a quarterback because he wasn't on your team, you don't like him. And I think if you liked him because he was on your team, you like him.
I did notice now that Tom Brady talks a lot about Tom Brady during the broadcast.
Yeah.
And I
But
think-
I mean, that's his point of reference.
Yeah, but most people don't want to hear that. If I'm not a Tom Brady fan, I don't want to hear about Tom Brady while I'm watching the football.
I
in
think
what
there's
aspect was he talking about Tom Brady? Was he saying like, well, when I played against Patrick, because that's
It
what
was-
everybody loved for Tony Romo.
It was when I did this, when I did this, when I did this, when
Yeah.
I would do this.
When I was in the Super Bowl and we were down by, that much, whatever, when this happens, whatever. And I get that, but it's also, like you said, like he's
It's what you want.
saying
Yeah.
from his experience. I think there's a better way for him to say it, though, to, propose it.
right.
Is a little bit more like in this situation, what you can do is, instead of saying when I did this,
We're
when
not
this happened-
teetering on whether or not he's the greatest player of all time. we're not sitting there going, well, I mean, he's going to talk himself like he's the greatest player. He's the greatest player of all time.
Right, yeah.
And the fact that he's willing to sit in the booth with a $750,000 watch on and tell us what he is seeing in these plays is a favor to us. He doesn't need the money. He's doing this because he wants to be around football. And I enjoyed his insight. I did not like Tom Brady not until he came to Tampa. I didn't like it until that comeback game. You know, I hated him because of his success like everybody else. And then when he had that comeback game against Atlanta, I said, he's the best player to ever play this game. To come back from that and win this game, he's trying. And then we were fortunate enough to have him here. And then meeting him and seeing how gorgeous he is in person, it changes your mind.
That's why we like Tom Brady.
It changes your mind.
I think the fact that now we're Tom Brady fans because he played here, we see the world through different eyes because everybody outside of Patriots fans and Bucks fans don't want to hear about Tom Brady.
But it's also the same as, you heard it. You heard it in the Super Bowl. It sounded like it was Eagles home game. People hate Kansas City because they keep on winning and they hate them. And there's two kinds of people. There's Chiefs fans and everybody else that hates the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's this seems the way to be.
The other thing was before Patrick Mahomes, who were the Chiefs fans?
Oh, the Chiefs were no good.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You never met anybody that was a Chiefs fan that wasn't from Kansas City.
Yeah. I mean, you'd never see Bucks fans out before the Super Bowl outside of Tampa. And now there's Bucks fans everywhere.
Yeah.
Winning brings the bandwagons load up on any team. When you
I got to
winning.
tell you, though, players bring fans to a team. Like when the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl the first time, that year and the year following, when Sapp and Brooks and Rondé and Allstott and all that was when Michael Jordan would come to the games every week, and it was because of some of the players that
it becomes the hot ticket.
Yeah,
same thing with the Detroit Lions. You never saw Lions fans. Now you see Lions fans all the time.
I know.
It's the same thing. It's when you win, everybody wants to jump in on it. You know, but yeah, I think it was Brady. Talking too much about Brady was what's pissing people off.
Really? Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
The same way we feel about Mahomes and it's the same. Brady is that guy.
But when Mahomes does it, he does it like Kermit the Frog, and he doesn't have the pizzazz or the presentation that Tom Brady has.
When you're a fan of a team that hasn't won a Super Bowl in 20 years, and you hear somebody else talking about all the Super Bowls they've won, that pisses you off.
Yeah,
I think that's what happens. We're biased though because we like Tom Brady now. I hated Tom Brady.
But I also love to hate people. So if there was a reason to hate him, I'd be like,
If he had not come here, we would feel the same.
You know, I never liked. I never liked, and not that I don't think that there's a talent level there or anything like that. Is Erin Andrews? I just feel like she was the right head of hair in the right place at the right time. Yeah, she does nothing for me.
Interesting.
But she hangs with the big boys.
Yeah.
She's out in the upper echelon now.
She's A-list.
Yeah. That's crazy to me because I don't think she does anything. I think those people that are playing, obviously women in a different situation, but I think the people who should be doing that stuff are the athletes. I love when it's an athlete. That's why Fox Sports is so good on Sundays because it's almost all former quarterbacks and coaches and players, and I think that's mostly what people want.
How much of the Super Bowl did you watch?
I mean, I watched the whole thing, but I, kind of with one eye open.
Oh, okay, because I don't know whether you know or not. Girls can do anything guys can do.
Oh, I did learn that. I did learn that lesson. Yeah. But listen, I'm all for that. I think one of the biggest examples is you guys and your appreciation for the WNBA. You're not mocking it. I mean, you guys are looking forward. This one wants to travel to go to a game.
Yeah.
You were very excited to meet that player who was out there.
Sabrina.
Yeah. So there's a level there that you guys are at where you've accepted.
And here's the thing, though. I am 100% all for women's sports, and I hope that they do great. And I think that they should have varsity flag football for females, do all that stuff. Stop pretending like you could beat guys. Stop it.
I don't really see a lot
there
of
was
that.
a whole commercial, the Nike thing, the whole thing.
Can I beat guys or that we're as good as guys?
No,
I didn't get the message.
No, is that they could beat guys because they. Who is she and this and that?
Oh, with the flag football thing?
Brad, bring up Brad. That reality of that thing. Crush, broken ribs.
Pelvis.
Yeah, exactly. Stop it.
But I will say I did like the Nike commercial because you could interchange. If they would have done that with men, it would have been just as good and the point would have come across just the same.
Yeah. No, because nobody's telling us we can't win. We win.
I mean, that's not true. There's underdogs all the time. Yeah. But I think that commercial, I don't think they overdid it. I don't think it was too much because you could interchange it. You could have had boys and girls in that commercial.
But let me ask you this: why not have a dominant girl in there?
They did.
No. Against the girl going against a dominant girl, like this girl is the best one, and then this one comes and this
bring
one
out the
beats.
Brenda.
Yeah, this one beats her, and
Yeah,
then it's like.
I'm not talking about the flag one. I'm talking about the Nike one where they had Caitlin Clark, the gymnast.
Oh yeah, no. I thought that was great. I thought that was great.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I thought the flag football, yes, that was overdo it. Just have girls on girls because that's who they're playing.
Right.
I thought
Plus, who doesn't love girl on girl?
Yeah. I'm saying I thought the Nike commercial was really good.
Nike one was really good. Yeah, I liked
and
it a lot.
was really well done because it's interchangeable.
Sure.
If it was all guys in that commercial, it made sense. All girls in that commercial, it made sense. It wasn't to rah, we have vaginas, so you should respect us.
Yeah. I rah vaginas all the time.
Big fan.
Okay.
I do like that they have a New Balance basketball commercial because they're really pushing for New Balance and basketball together and stuff.
Right.
And they have all these different NBA stars, and then they have the WNBA, the girl from the Los Angeles team, the Sparks, the tall blonde. I think she's Russian or something, whatever. Very attractive, whatever. But like. This guy's doing, in between his legs. This one passes behind his back. She grabs the ball and then just passes the next one. She like doesn't do any moves or anything like that. And you're like, oh, all right, well, I guess there's that.
That's funny. I love that I said that the Eagles were going to win, but not because of the reasons that they won. I thought Saquon Barkley was going to have a great game, and they shut him down.
Yeah, I called that. I thought that they were going to shut him down. They kept him 57 yards.
He was negative 230 to get an anytime touchdown, and I bet him to get as part of a parlay to get an anytime touchdown. But I mean, I think I lost on I took the under too, and
I did say for a couple weeks Xavier Worthy was going to have a game. And he sure did, man. 2 touchdowns. He had over 100 yards receiving. He had eight receptions. I mean, out of the Kansas City Chiefs, how bad they did, he was the shining star.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a great game.
Kelsey, they shut down.
That was a great game for any player at any time, whatever. But especially for him to get that while they were doing that bad was pretty impressive.
Yeah. So, anyway, a couple of things. I'm not going to turn this into a whole thing, but I love the halftime show. I don't know. Did you talk about it at all? Oh no, you weren't here yet.
Yeah, we talked about it.
What was the general consensus in the room?
I didn't think it was that great. I thought it was underwhelming.
But can I tell you here? Let me tell you the same thing. I thought it looked good. I thought the production was good. It's not my necessarily type of music, but I did know some of it. You know what I mean? I'm familiar with the artist because of my kids and my wife. I've seen Kendrick Lamar live before,
right?
So I wasn't too far out of the situation. You start mixing in WWE to me, and I got Serena Williams showing up. I got the PlayStation logo. I got WWE soap opera stuff going on in there, and I'm like, well, now I want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
I was very excited when I found out all the clues afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't know about the beefs and this, and I didn't know that was all explained to me yesterday.
So I did know about the Drake beef, and I did know about the A minor line in the song. I hear that song a lot. And I did notice he was wearing the A minor necklace. I did notice Uncle Sam. Like, there were a couple of things I picked up right out of the gate. I did. Even my daughter goes, "Oh, look, they're making an American flag," and I said, "Very good." And there were little observations to make. I didn't realize they were playing on a PlayStation logo or controller until later on in the thing, and that had to do with Sony and all that. Once you start throwing in soap opera drama, I'm tied in, man. That was WWE all day long. I want Drake. I'm like, what's Drake gonna do now? Now I need to see what he comes back with.
Yeah.
This is not.
I don't know whether it's recent or not, but I saw Drake with like blue boots on and a T-shirt that said "Football sucks."
Yeah, I saw that too. I think that's fake.
Yeah.
I thought the overall production of it should have been more.
What? But I think that's his thing. He's subtle.
I'm not.
Low-key.
Yeah, I don't know.
My big takeaway was this is not for me. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan, so I didn't. I said put a gun to my head and I could not name one song. He did play one song though that I went, oh, I've heard this song before.
Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah.
But as far as I was just like, all right, that's
right. If they say to you, if they said to me, Celine Dion is doing the halftime show, I go, ugh. I'll watch it, but it's not my kind of thing. And that's it. People lost their minds.
Yeah, the people that are like, this is the worst thing ever. I think that's way over the top.
Yeah, I mean, it was coordinated dancing. It was a guy rapping in what appeared to be live. I don't know. It was telling a story. It was it's the same thing. Some people pointed out the greatest is that when you go all the way back to the early Super Bowls, they used to show like Broadway productions in
Yeah.
between, and who wants to go see Fiddler on the Roof in the middle of your football game? So I don't know. I thought it was a victory in the halftime department, not only because it was a good show, but everybody was talking about it.
Overall, I don't put a whole lot of stock into the halftime show.
Right.
I like kind of caught it in the background. I wasn't like, ooh, let me sit down and watch this.
Right. When's the last time that there was a halftime show that was exciting? I mean, even the Rolling Stones are still the Rolling Stones. We're going to hear these 80-year-old guys sing Satisfaction for the 9 millionth time.
What's the greatest halftime show?
The one in Tampa.
Prince.
But the one in Tampa to me.
The one with Britney Spears.
With Britney
With
Spears, Aerosmith,
That was the best. That was the best.
They covered everything.
And then they ruined it. Because that was MTV producing it, and then MTV did the Nipplegate thing, and they ruined it. Now MTV will never be able to produce the halftime show.
I thought the one in LA with Dr. Dre and Eminem and
that was great
I
too.
thought that was really good.
That was great too, but that I think comes with you're in LA.
Yeah.
It's like what was it when they were in New York?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. It wasn't that long
I know
ago.
when he was here, it was The Weeknd. Was it Bruno Mars?
And The Weeknd, I dislike The Weeknd. Like I'm not even saying I'm not a fan. I dislike The Weeknd, and I thought that halftime show there was so much production that went into it, and pre-filming. I thought that was all right. I remember going. I thought that was pretty good, and people lost their minds.
But see, I didn't like it because, like you said, there was pre-filming, so there was like a part of it that wasn't live.
Yeah,
so
but they made like a movie. They made like a little movie thing.
I got it. I just didn't like if you're gonna perform.
But he did do the performance, but he came running into the stadium and he out of a helicopter and all that stuff.
I don't know. It's a big deal for a lot of people. I couldn't care less. When people that are upset by it, I don't understand that.
Well, I'll never forget. I was at my brother's house when the Nipplegate thing happened.
Oh yeah.
And my brother, we were sitting there watching it, and I was half dozing off, and he sat up, and I go, "What?" And he goes, "That was a titty." And I go, "No, I don't think so." He goes, "That was a titty." And that was when everybody had TiVo, and we were rewinding for the first time.
The good old days.
And we rewound it, and I was like, "But she's got a thing on it. That's not real. It's not common." We sat there and watched it 8,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that it had happened. Then a couple of weeks later, our lives would change forever.
Yeah.
Was it Katy Perry or Lady Gaga that skydived? Were skydiving?
It was Lady Gaga. She dove off the side, and you're like, "What happened? Is she killing herself?"
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. Everybody's mad because AC/DC hasn't played it and all that. I think that's an appropriate halftime show, but I think everybody that got mad at the halftime show realized to themselves that they got old.
Yeah, and it's not for them. Like Galvin, it's not for them.
Right, exactly. But also, if you're mad about the halftime show, you just hate black people. That's what you're really saying.
Galvin, I didn't want to be the first one to say it, but that's the absolute truth.
Yeah.
Because you can dislike the halftime show, but if you were mad at the halftime show, it's because you're kind of racist.
I'll never think about that halftime show again. I watched it, and my son liked it, and I watched it, and I was just like, all right, I don't know any of these songs, and then they played the one, and I go, oh, I know that song, and then it was, okay, let's see what happens here.
My kids knew all the songs. They were singing it, and
my family was going crazy.
My daughter's like, that's awesome.
Yeah, let me just put this into perspective for you, and Galvin, let's hope that this never happens. But if Galvin and I got in a big beef, and I did a show, and I'm like, I'm going to respond to Galvin, or I'm just going to do a show and I'm going to shout out Galvin. And then during my diss show on the Super Bowl, the biggest stage in the world, Galvin's wife pops up, crip walking. You'd be like, what?
Oh, I don't even know. So is that a thing?
Serena Williams.
Yeah, I didn't know anything
used
about
to date Drake.
Yeah.
SZA used to date Drake. He had both of them on stage on the thing. Yeah, see, now it's more exciting when you know that. When
it's
you know,
not. Drama.
I thought it was great.
It's something, but it's not. I just didn't know why Serena Williams was there.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't know Serena Williams was there until afterwards, and I saw it on social media.
I was watching it, and I was like, I don't know if there were going to be more celebrities or just her, and then I didn't know, and then my wife was like, that's Drake's ex.
And I also was sitting there going, who is that? I go, is that Sexy Red? Is that Glorilla? Whatever. And I knew we had talked about who was going to be on there, and I didn't know.
That was SZA.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter loves SZA, so she went nuts. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I liked her, and I like some of her songs. I'm in love with her now.
Yeah.
After that. Yeah. That was great. She's, yeah. She's,
What? What's going on there?
Yeah. Got a little girl crush on her now.
I like it. I like it a lot.
She's a great singer and she dances nice, but not like over the top. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really enjoyed her performance.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I saw when I found out that it was SZA. Was SZA's mic was hot.
What do you mean?
She was actually singing.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
most of them don't. Remember the
yeah, I know, but it's like, oh, a singer can sing. Congratulations, everybody.
But who was the band a couple years ago that they were all pissed?
Oh, Chili Peppers. Chili Peppers were like, yeah, we're not even plugged in. This is BS.
Yeah.
That's weird that they don't, I don't know, that they don't let them do that if they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's more for, to broadcast and do it instead of just playing a track and being like, yeah, this is what it sounds like.
Yesterday, if you were a doubter about President Trump and you have social media, yesterday you realized if you voted for him, your vote was worth it. We're bringing back plastic straws, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, that was to me was one of the best things I've ever seen on social media. When I just looked at the thing, there was a straw inside a Diet Coke and it said, it's official, we're bringing back plastic straws. I laughed out loud. I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing at the situation. I mean, I always say that if I was ever the president, I'm doing the common sense choices. I'm doing. Paper straws are terrible.
But that's the thing, though. That's funny about it. It's not like I'm gonna fight people over it and stuff. Paper straws never worked. They've never worked. They stick to your lip. They dissolve.
They fall apart.
It's terrible.
And they're in your coffee.
And it's hilarious that you go, hey, can I get a straw? Oh, we don't do straws. Okay, you just served me this in a plastic cup. So let's not pretend like we're all saints here and stuff. It was just absolutely ridiculous. So him doing that just is like, hey, we're going back to common sense. We're stopping doing all this dumb stuff.
I said, I love a plastic straw. I hate a paper straw. And this girl said, what about the turtles? I go, they don't like them either.
Yeah.
They don't even use straws.
Yeah, I'm sure I get to see the video of the turtle getting it pulled out of his nose again.
Oh,
Somebody, by the way, somebody stuck that straw in that turtle.
Yeah, they always show the
There's
same
no way
video.
that turtle got that.
Also, turtles need to learn. Stay away from straws.
Yeah.
If a couple have to take one up the nose, that's how it goes.
Kind of like letting your little kid get electrocuted once.
Yeah.
Stick the fork in there. See what happens.
I just think we need more trash cans. Honestly,
Joe,
do the right. We can give more people jobs like Joe, but like, what is it at Disney? You're never more than less than 5 feet or 10 feet away from a trash can.
Yeah.
When you're at Disney,
that's what they say. You're never more than less than 10 feet.
I don't know, but it's like when you're at Disney.
I'm trying not to laugh because I don't want to cough my face over. That is hilarious.
When you're at Disney, you're always 5 feet from a trash can.
And from a spider.
Yeah, but I'm
You know what? Disney, they take all that trash out from the bottom.
Yeah.
In the tunnels.
I did not know that.
That's why you never see them emptying the trash at Disney.
That may have been so a long time ago. Before I got into radio, I was working in the bar business, and I thought about doing this as a business, being a consultant where I went in and helped set up bars for efficiency and for all the different stuff. One of the greatest things I ever saw that I was like, that is absolutely brilliant, was there was a bar that had big PVC tubes that were probably about a foot around, whatever, and it was the trash, and it just went into a dumpster below the deck.
Oh yeah,
and then the truck would come in and get the dumpster and go.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have to unload the trash. You didn't have to do it. Sorry, Joe, cut you out of the middleman out. But how smart is that? That was just brilliant. I was like, that's a good move.
There is a thing you can buy in your house now that fits in your walls, a tube like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it works on a vacuum suction system.
Pneumatic.
Yeah. And you can put your laundry in it and it sucks it over to the laundry room.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best.
That's how we were feeding you beignets, remember?
Yeah.
When I was a kid in Michigan, all the houses have basements and there was laundry sheets because the laundry was downstairs. You'd open up the door and just drop it in.
That's how it was in New York. I thought that was the most brilliant thing. My Uncle Joe and my grandfather cut the floor out of under the sink, and I just thought that was great.
My brother would always go downstairs and we'd drop like G.I. Joes and stuff. And action figures down there.
I always wanted to put a fireman pole from the second floor to the first floor. And in this house, finally, my wife was like, "You want a goddamn fireman pole? Get a fireman pole." And I went, "All right, I'm doing it."
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, then I thought, who's jumping on that pole? Me?
Yeah.
Me? No, I'm not doing that. Oh.
You're gonna put a fireman pole in it, and then you can put in the one of those chairs that lifts you back up.
Yeah,
because you're gonna break
yeah.
both your ankles.
Yeah. No, it always seemed like a good idea. I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, there was that television show Spencer for Hire, and Spencer lived in a firehouse, a converted firehouse, and I always thought that was the coolest thing. And then I had heard that Anderson Cooper did that and converted a firehouse in Brooklyn. And when we had him on the show, I asked him, I go, "Is it true you converted a firehouse and lived?" And he goes, "Yeah, I saw the show Spencer for Hire when I was a kid." He copied the same thing. Stand by.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's good.
Right in your face, Joe.
yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Joe.
It's okay, Michael.
Joe, I did a little Instagram live yesterday to let everybody know that I was coming back today, that we'd be back on the air.
Yeah.
People are amazed at your resilience
Oh,
and how a man like you had went out every night while we were there
that's right.
and still managed to work the same hour days and did not get sick.
That's correct.
He went against his will though every night.
Oh, well, of course I
Every night
protested.
he complained, and I had to force him.
You
Yeah.
did. You did force me.
You're a bad influence on your dad.
He is. He's
Yeah.
a terrible influence.
Mm.
I'm like, come on, man, you're going out. He's like, I'm not going out. Like, you're going out. I'm not going out. You're going out. All right, let's go out.
You know who wanted to go out more than anyone? Mike
Olivero.
Olivero.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Olivero was like, I need this.
Yeah.
Let me go. Let me go out.
The last night when Bourbon Street was the worst, he's like, we got to go to Bourbon Street. We got to go to Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
I
but
was
you
against
realize Mike isn't going to have fun. Mike's going to take pictures for social media.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
he's
no.
all-
No.
no.
He
Really?
wanted his grenade.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All he talked about was getting a frozen hand grenade for like 2 days.
Frozen
And I was like,
hand
Mike,
grenade.
we'll get it,
Yes.
buddy. Like,
The
let's fine.
sorority girl drink
Yeah.
across the nation.
I go, if you want it, I said, I'll go with you. I'll go by myself. No, dude, I'll go with you and get your frozen hand grenade. I'll get one too.
You were a trooper.
Yeah, he finally got it, and he was so happy, and it was great.
Yeah, well, good. I'm glad. Listen. Yeah, other than getting sick, I had a great time. I thought Radio Row was a success. We talked to a lot of great guests, and you guys, the setup was fantastic. I thought it was great. I thought it was funny that the Texas station called me a shock jock because I blew my nose while they were on the air.
Oh, yeah.
They thought I was trying to.
That was very shocking.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, got the return of the shock jock over here." I'm like, I had to blow my nose. I'm sorry. I blew my nose and I went, "Sorry." I apologize afterwards.
You guys have a fake baby on your table when you want to talk about shot jocks.
Okay.
What else? We got a good show today. Felipe Esparza is going to join us on the show.
Dom's coming in.
Dom will be in today to take your legal calls. We've got stuff to give away today. Carmen will tell you what that stuff is when we come back from break, and then of course we'll play Sporkle.
Ian won Sporkle yesterday.
Shut up.
Oh,
Yeah.
how
Really?
disappointing for you
Yeah.
guys.
That is interesting. Who is the current champion right now?
Ian.
No, come on. He won one day. I'm the champion.
I believe so, yeah.
I don't remember the rule.
Galvin won once in New Orleans. I have to look at the book.
Yeah.
No, but I had the last rule, right?
There's no rule right now, I don't think. There's
You
no,
didn't have a rule.
no.
Yeah,
Mike
I don't
had
think
a
there's
rule.
a rule.
Oh,
I think
I
it got
blanked it.
canceled.
I had, yeah, because
Yeah.
I had two was going for three, and then you won, but
Okay.
I canceled your rule. Yeah, so there's no rule.
No rule.
No
champ.
rule. It's up for grabs.
Ian's on a 1-win streak.
Yeah, it's on the streak.
Mhm.
What was it? What was the category that he beat you guys?
Oh, it was
It was words,
Black Canadian
was-
football player.
yeah, right.
definitions, or something like
It
that.
was 6-letter easy vocabulary.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's a linguist.
He's not even from America.
I had a tough time counting to 6.
Yeah. Listen, I feel you.
Yeah.
It was rough yesterday.
I said to myself, I was like, I will sit there and tough it through the show. I don't want to. And then sometime at around, like 5 o'clock in the evening, and truck just ran over me. I was like, I can't. I don't even know. I asked my son, I go, listen to me. I go, if I have to pay you, I will. I was like, how much is it going to cost you to carry that bag upstairs for me? Like, I had no strength to do anything, man. I was out of it.
I was watching the Super Bowl, finally trying to relax, and then a flood of text messages came in, and then I went right back into scramble panic mode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't. I figured might as well get out ahead of it. Before
John's
it got
calling
too-
me. Joe's texting me. This person's texting me. Mike Olivero's texting me. I'm like, oh no, here we go
You
again.
got the bad fugus.
Yeah.
Going right back
You
in.
immediately started sweating.
I start sweating again. Yeah. Next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and I'm already at the station.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and we will play a little Sporkle that is happening next on 102.5 The Bone.
Yes, so we have tickets for Orlando City versus International Miami.
All right.
Happening this Friday.
All right.
Leonard Skinnard at
Yeah.
the Strawberry Festival. Reggae Rise Up. Larry the Cable Guy.
Reggae Rise Up featuring Sting, which still blows my mind.
Larry the Cable Guy, Katy Perry. And
Where's
Lee
Larry the
Wilson.
Cable Guy going to be?
Larry the Cable Guy is going to be at Capitol Theater.
Let me just tell you something about Larry the Cable Guy. I don't care if you like him or not, his comedy or anything. One of the nicest, genuine dudes you'll ever meet in your life. I mean, a guy who is grateful for where he got his start and what he did, and it's just a sweet dude, man. I like him a lot.
And I found out yesterday, Mo is like best friends with him.
I thought you were going to go, not a cable guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Carmen, back in the day when Mo was on the Ron and Ron show, Larry the Cable Guy kind of started the Larry the Cable Guy character.
There.
Okay.
Was he on the radio or was he like just a guest?
So he was a caller. He was Larry the Cable Guy, that kind of thing. And it was very obvious that it was a setup thing. And then from what I understand, Larry became very popular, and they didn't want to really pay for it. And I remember one time, because I remember hearing Bennington say, they were like, hey, how come we don't hear from Larry the Cable Guy anymore? And they're like, because Larry the Cable Guy wants a lot of money to be Larry the Cable Guy, So,
yeah.
and I it's interesting. And I think you can attest to this, Carmen. It's interesting when people love you, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Well, pay me for what I'm worth," and they go, "Well, we're not going to do that.
Right.
Let's not be crazy now."
But didn't he start doing that character like all across the country? Like he'd call in a bunch of different radio shows.
I believe so. Yeah. But now, do you remember? I don't know. I know this is very territorial for me, but Mr. Leonard. I know I've spoken about him on the show before, but does that ring a bell to you?
I don't
Joe,
think so.
do you know that? Because Mr. Leonard was, I believe, with Scott Shannon on Q105.
I don't think I remember that guy.
Mr. Leonard was, I was a kid. He was the funniest thing in the world, but I was a kid. He was the guy who worked at the radio station but never could make it to work. Oh, Mr. Scott Shannon. And he had this weird, it wasn't just, it was a character voice, obviously, but it was not like a Disney character, and yet it was high pitched. It was just an odd kind of voice. And every day he had a reason why he didn't make it to work, but he gave this song or something as tribute for it. And when I was a kid, and I'm talking about like from 6th grade to my freshman year of high school, it was like the funniest thing. Mr. Leonard's got a new song, and Mr. Leonard's got something.
Right.
And remember Rock Me Amadeus?
Sure.
They had Rock Me Mr. Leonard.
Okay.
It was just dumb. Like I look back at now, and it's cringy and it's awful to listen to. But back in the '80s, it was something else. Yeah. And Mr. Leonard did that. I didn't know that Mr. Leonard called into a bunch of other shows.
Oh.
So when Disney opened MGM Studios here in Florida, I happened to be visiting from New York. And when I went there, all the radio stations were broadcasting live from the streets. So we went and found Z100. And there was, at the time, was no more Scott Shannon, but it was Jonathan Bell and Claire Stevens. And I can't remember who else was the host at the time. And we couldn't figure out which guy was Mr. Leonard. And then when I'm Galvin, I could see my face as a 12-year-old kid when Mr. Leonard came over and got on the mic and was like, let me tell you something. I was like, oh, that's Mr. Leonard. Like, I couldn't believe, you know what I mean?
Was it somebody that was doing something else, or was that just their only character?
Just their only character, but he bounced around to different radio stations doing it. So, and he was just an average-looking dude in a Hawaiian shirt, probably did something else at the radio station. But the reason why I'm saying that is because Larry the Cable Guy is a character. Dan Whitney is his real name.
Right.
And Larry,
which he did stand up as Dan Whitney.
not nearly as funny.
No. And just very straight, normal, not the southern accent.
You can go find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I'll never forget Trace Atkins. I had Trace Atkins on the show when I was doing country, and he goes, Larry the Cable Guy? I go, yeah. He goes, that's a character? And I go, yeah, Trace, I think everybody knew that. He goes, I didn't know.
Oh, there's plenty of people, I'm sure, that didn't know.
He
just
goes,
like other characters.
I went on, yes. He's like, I went on his tour bus, and he's like, he was showing me around the bus, and he had a closet, and all all shirtless, sleeveless shirts hanging in there.
Yeah.
He was like, this is my Larry thing. And he was like, I don't want to hang out with Dan. I want to hang out with Larry the Cable Guy, It was pretty funny. He was very, very upset. But anyway, why do we start talking about this? What's going on?
Because giving away tickets.
Larry. All right, yeah. I like Larry the Cable Guy. Nice guy.
Who's the other guy? Ron, the comedian. Ron. That was with
the white hair.
Ron White.
Ron White. Oh.
Google Ron White in the 80s.
Oh, dude, he
has
awful.
weird long hair,
mustache,
like a dress shirt with a bolo tie, and so you're like,
I think Ron White at his age now is a distinguished looking guy. He's got great wavy gray hair.
Yeah.
But you look at him and he's got like 80s cocaine look to him.
Oh yeah, it's
pretty
wild.
bad. He looks like the Bussin' with the Boys guys when they had the mullet.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's give this stuff away, Carmen, right now. A little bit of Welcome Home Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today, we're going to be playing 2 songs, 1 band.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 song titles. You're going to give me the band that did both of them.
Okay.
Okay? Your first one, High Voltage, Highway to
AC/DC.
Hell. Mike.
Ooh, Judge.
That was Michael.
Was it?
Jeez. Mike is the point. Dream On.
Aerosmith.
Mike Calta. No Excuses. Check My
Alice in
Brain.
Chains.
Galvin. The Suburbs. Reflector. The Suburbs.
Weezer.
Reflector. Arcade Fire is what I was
I'm proud of
looking
you guys for not knowing that.
Sugar, Sugar, Jingle,
Archies.
Jingle. Yes, Mike Kelta.
I'm not proud that I knew that.
Rock Lobster,
B-52.
Love Shack. Mike. Can't Get Enough, Feel Like Making Love.
Bad Company.
Galvin.
wearing the shirt. Isn't that funny?
Surfing Safari.
Beach Boys.
Mike. Hey Jude.
Beatles.
Paul McCartney.
Beatles. Joe.
Galvin.
What? No.
I mean, that was,
No.
Galvin gets the point.
wow.
It wasn't.
There was too much talking for me
a lot
to.
of talking. So
I mean, so you don't know or you do know?
I heard Galvin, but I mean, there's a lot.
That's whatever. I don't care.
I mean, that's
It's just whatever. It's
I love it. I love it.
I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
Galvin gets the point.
He just guesses, though. It's whatever. I didn't hear anything. Galvin.
Lonely Boy, Gold on the Ceiling. Lonely Boy,
Yeah.
Gold on the Ceiling.
Those 2 nerds.
The Black Keys.
Yeah.
Paranoid, Iron
Black
Man.
Sabbath.
Jesus.
What'd you say, Mike?
Black Sabbath.
Yes, correct. Mike.
I heard Galvin.
Call Me.
Blondie.
Hey, Mike. Rat Trap, I Don't Like Mondays.
Boomtown Rats.
Mike. More Than a Feeling.
Boston.
Galvin. Just What I Needed. Shake It Up.
Cars.
Mike. Surrender.
Cheap Trick.
Galvin. And Pap, we are halfway there.
Gio is not on the board. He has 0 points. Galvin with 5.
Stole that one from
And
Yeah.
Michael is your leader right
Stole
now.
another one from
He's winning with 9.
All right, we are doing 2 songs, 1 band. Your next one, London Calling.
Clash.
Galvin. Speed of Sound, Viva La Vida.
Coldplay.
Mike. Round Here, Mr.
Counting Crows.
Jones. Mike. Zombie,
Cranberries.
Linger.
Cranberries.
Galvin. Friday, I'm in Love.
Cure.
Cure.
Mike. Smoke on the Water.
Deep Purple.
Galvin. Photograph.
Def Leppard.
Mike. Whip It.
Devo.
Devo.
Mike. Sultans of Swing.
Dire
Dire
Straits.
Straits.
Mike. China Grove. Black
Doobie Brothers.
Water. Galvin. Light My Fire.
The Doors.
Mike. Hotel California. Galvin. Telephone Line. Evil Woman.
ELO.
I will give that to you.
The Electric Light Orchestra.
Thank you. Just to make sure. Sweet Dreams. Here
You're
Comes
right
the
next.
Rain. Mike. Don't Stop. Go Your Own Way.
Fleetwood Mac.
Mike. Slow Ride.
Foghat.
Galvin. This Is a Call. Learn to Fly.
Pink Floyd.
Foo Fighters.
Geo on the board. Cold as Ice.
Barnum.
Hot Blooded. Mike Calta. And Pap. We are on the last three.
Gio has a single point. Galvin has 11. And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 20.
Holy smolies.
All right. Last three. 2 songs, 1 band. Here we go. We got The Beat.
Go-Go's.
Vacation. Galvin. Welcome to Paradise.
Green Day.
Mike. And your last one. Welcome to the Jungle.
Guns N' Roses.
Mike Calta.
I mean, that was a dominant performance.
Your final score. Gio with a single point on the board. Galvin had 12. And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 22.
You know how mad I would have been if I was trying to double your score? Carmen,
Yes.
I have no access to the phones. If you will grab line 3 for me, please.
Done.
They will be the winner. Line 3, good morning. Who is this? Hello?
Larry the Cable Guy?
Hey, Larry. You going to make it into work today?
Dan Whitney?
Line 3, are you there?
You hear him.
Carmen, will you pick line 5 for me?
Yes.
Good morning. Who is this?
Sean.
Hi, Sean. How are you, sir?
Sean from Clearwater.
Good. How you guys?
Next to Dunedin?
Yeah.
Sean, I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break and we'll hook you up with a prize. Okay, buddy?
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Carmen, there you go. That's our guy.
Okay.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, we have a few different things.
Oh.
It makes sense. Call Dr. Feelgood in Mission Infaceable.
Oh, all right. Galvin has your news. We'll take a quick break, come back, and we'll dive right into that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
I'm just glad I haven't gotten sick from being, in a close van for multiple hours.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm having that thing just torched. Having the inside just set on fire.
Yeah. Start anew.
I just thought of the funniest thing. Look at these 4 idiots on TV on Fox News. They are sitting there talking about Pete Hegseth and his first trip as the defense secretary. This is like if we were in here and Carmen was the Queen of England. It's like remember when Carmen used to work here?
Yeah,
we used to make her do stuff.
He was in the break room and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's the Queen of England.
Now they have to report on him.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I like the
And
sound
call
of this.
Do you remember when I ate the defense secretary's yogurt?
Yeah.
And we didn't tell him.
Yeah. And he was all pissed off. He was like, "Who ate my yogurt?" And I was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?"
It's so funny to me. It's that they're just sitting around there like, this is Pete. Remember Pete?
Yeah.
Pete that you shots Pete? Yeah. He's the Secretary of Defense.
Yeah,
now.
and they probably know like how
Yeah.
unqualified he is.
So I have a buddy, and I never say what capacity, but he works at Fox News. And he has given me the lowdown on everybody. Guys who are gay, that they are not out, who's cheating on who got their production assistants pregnant and had to leave their wife and marry their production assistants.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy over there. And I knew stuff about Pete, nothing bad. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll tell you right now. But I knew stuff about Pete because I liked him and I had met him a couple of times. And I was like, "What about Pete?" And they're like, "No, Pete's pretty cool. He's a little bit of a frat bro, but he's pretty cool."
I'm sure it's like any other like office drama, just like like us here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And look, and the guy's on TV and he's a good looking guy. He's in New York City. I guarantee he's probably hooking up with chicks left and right.
That's weird.
But now, I mean, even Trump goes, "Look at him. Look at his jawline."
The jawline is very important when you're looking for a candidate.
When you're staring at China and you
Yeah.
turn, you give him that.
No double chins.
No double chins. No double chins. It's hilarious. I am very excited. We got a full week of shows starting today. Don't tell me. Felipe Esparza is going to join us on the show. He's got a new special that's out today. Funny Felipe. He's very good, and he's a good friend of the show for a long time.
Which Gio is telling you the name of the special is Raging Fool, but I don't think you're pronouncing it right.
No?
I think the way Felipe say is raging fool.
What up, fool?
Okay.
Raging fool.
Cool.
And then what is today? Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Then Gabby Bryan is going to be here tomorrow. Gabby is a comedian and a longtime friend of mine. She's also the daughter of David Bryan from Bon Jovi. They do a podcast together. She's in town at the Improv doing a show. She's going to stop by tomorrow.
Did she or did she not get the hair?
No, she did not.
Oh, thank you.
She is a twin, and neither one of them got the hair.
Oh, good.
Yeah, his hair is permanently curled now,
Right.
but it was straight, so she got the straight hair.
What do you mean it was straight? That's a perm?
That's a perm.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But now it's naturally, now it curls on its own.
Yeah. Never should have done that.
Well, whatever. It works out now.
Remember we tried to get Joe a perm and he didn't do it?
Yeah.
Welcher.
Welch on his bed.
Terrible.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why would I go to the salon? I could do it at home. Save myself 30 cents.
And then he went and got a makeover.
Yeah.
And looked exactly the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything.
Didn't change.
That didn't take. What can I tell you?
You can't change perfection, Joe.
Yeah. Thank you,
can't
Michael.
add to perfection.
I appreciate that.
Then Adrian Appalucci, who is one of the funniest, deadliest comedians out there. Her special is out as well. She's going to be at Side Splitters this weekend. She's going to be coming by.
I know Louis was at Side Splitters last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Louis making the rounds.
I saw Side Splitters put up a thing and said, you can't just walk up and get like you have
Two
to
for
have
Louis
tickets.
CK.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'm sure there'll be available room, right?
I think usually the bar is open even if you don't have a ticket to get into the show.
Oh.
But they're saying you have to have a ticket to even walk in the building
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Lynn Koplitz was on that show with him too.
Yeah, Lynn Koplitz. Like Louis likes to work with people that he's friends with and that he knows.
Yeah,
So
she's funny.
She's great. So Lynn Koplitz and Louis C.K. are at Side Splitters. Then Adrian comes to town. Now, I'm going to tell you what the plan is because Louis was supposed to be at Captain Brian's this weekend with Bobby Kelly, where I will be. And then Saturday is the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live party, and it's Chris Rock's birthday, and Louis is going to leave for that, but he will be there on Friday. So if you're going to Captain Brian's to see Bobby and you were hoping to see Louis, you will see that show on Friday night. But on Saturday, I will be there with Bobby, and Bobby's bringing Danny, and we're going to have a great time. It's going to be a super fun weekend.
You bumped Louis?
I bumped Louis.
Oh, wow.
Listen to me. I said he was going back and forth, and I
Yeah,
looked at him
hey.
and I said, "Hey, make up your mind. Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary, or Captain Brian's Shrimp and Comedy in Naples. Sit down for a second and make a decision." And then we never heard from him again.
Wow.
No, yeah. So
Mike was like, I can go up there and make jokes about airplanes and stuff.
we don't need to
Step
do-
aside, Louis.
Yeah. So in all seriousness, this weekend, I'm very happy that Bobby will be flying in. He'll be doing the show with us on Friday, and then he will be headed out, and we will be headed out to go to Captain Brian's in Naples, and Louis will be there Friday night, and then on Saturday it'll be Bobby, Danny, and me.
Will you do anything for your wife for Valentine's Day since you will not be there?
I'm leaving. That is my gift to her.
That's nice.
That is my
Again?
absolute gift to her. Yeah.
And Bobby will be in here on Friday.
Bobby will be here Friday. Yeah, he gets in on Thursday. He'll be in the studio with us on Friday, and I think that's when Adrian's coming in on Friday as well.
Yes.
I don't know why I decided to, after our long week in New Orleans and getting sick and everything else, to pack this week with as much stuff as I could.
Yeah.
I'm going to see Kerry King tonight. He's playing over at Janus. So I'm going to go see Kerry King and Municipal Waste is playing over there.
The idea that you're going to get in a car and drive all the way to St. Petersburg on a school night is so foreign to me
Yeah.
that I don't like. I gotta think. I'm trying to quickly put into my head what could be on the other side of that would make me do that.
Yeah. Kerry King.
Kerry King. No.
Yeah, but you know.
No. I'm saying like who is my Kerry King that would make me do that? I don't think anybody.
Yeah.
Richie Sambora doing a solo show. I might
Yeah.
go see that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, a Beastie Boys Eddie Vedder combination.
It's only like a 40-minute drive.
Yeah,
It's not, we're not talking.
I do it every morning.
First
Michael.
of all, it is not a 40-minute drive. It is 40 minutes from here to the bridge. It's not a 40. Like, it's a half hour from here to the bridge, and then you got to go over. Then you got to park,
Right.
and then you got to walk, and then you got to stand.
What have you ever parked at Janus? You just get out, Tom drops you off at the gate
Let's
door.
talking about
This guy's not.
general population.
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I'm just saying it does not. It's not. Do you know that one? You want to hear?
What?
I'm gonna tell you about. I'll tell you about some lazy times. Tom could not drive. I took my daughter to see Benson Boone, and Tom could not drive us there, and I didn't even know what the parking situation was, so I just got a hotel room across the street.
Oh.
That was like it's the only way it's gonna be.
Did you even
easy to
stay
do.
there? Or you just
Yeah,
parked
no,
there?
we stayed there.
Okay.
But I mean, we didn't need to stay there.
Right,
we were
right.
done by 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, I just don't know what the parking. I'm just gonna get a hotel. It cost me $700 to go to see
there's
Benson
a
Boone.
sundial parking, whatever. It's literally
Yeah.
across the street from.
I don't even know where to start looking.
I don't think you're gonna make the 5K.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you're not even willing to walk across the street.
It's not, Carmen. You want to know the absolute truth? It is not the walking. It's not the distance or the physical labor of walking. It is the anxiety. I don't know.
Of
What
walking?
anxiety?
You get anxiety from walking?
It's the anxiety of having to be somewhere and feeling like I'm not there yet. I'm not telling
Yeah.
you it's anxiety.
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
just you, though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
For me, I'm a normal person, so I
Right.
can walk across the street.
Oh, wait.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
When we were in New Orleans picking up our credentials, I had to find out what gate we had to go to and to go.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Load
Yeah.
in was at
Oh
one
my god.
gate,
It was
and then they
hilarious.
said to get the credentials, it's down here at like a Hall J.
Yeah.
And
we were at A.
I go.
Same building.
I specifically asked them multiple times, "Is it walkable?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't walk it, but every person that's coming
First
for
of
the
all,
last
he didn't say it like
2
that.
days
He
has walked."
didn't make that face like, yeah, stupid.
No, he did to me.
He did.
He
Yeah,
said to me,
that's just you.
I said, is it walkable? And he looked at our group and he goes, for some of you.
Yeah. He said everybody's walking. I'm like, okay,
You guys all doing the 5K? Yeah, you can make it.
because you were trying to get Tom to leave the spot and drive down,
Yeah.
and circle around. And try
On
to-
a one-way street
On a
that he
one-way
just
street.
found parking and could barely
Two
get
things.
in.
One, Tom could do anything.
Yeah,
that's
true.
And two, if it's convenient and there's a way to do it, I'm
Yeah,
thinking easy route. That's just how it goes.
Then it's the whole way. Mike's like, "Are we there yet? How much farther? What is this, Jay?"
Then on the way out was the worst. Carmen had to go get a gift bag.
Oh.
And we,
Oh,
yeah.
we chased a
You took
mysterious
us
gift
on-
bag for 19 letters.
Wild
Yeah, she
goose
took
chase.
us on a wild goose chase for sure.
We had to go from H to A to C, C back to A minus.
It
But
wasn't
someone
so much,
lied to me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it wasn't so much the walking. It was that she didn't know where the hell she was going, and it wasn't even there. I was like, "Can I just give you $15?" And we
Yeah,
got
what is it that you were trying to get?
a
Just-
koozie and
No, just the bag. Like the bags looked cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was like a bunch of stuff in it, and we go, and it's not like we go to this event all the time.
she said that she asked somebody and they said Hall A, and I said, "Are you sure they weren't saying Hall ass?"
Yeah, just haul ass to get there. Yeah. I don't know.
We
Carmen.
walked, Carmen and Olivero and myself, we walked from the convention center back to the Airbnb.
Yeah. You
yeah.
did the 5K.
Oh, listen.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
we
did.
did.
We went from the convention center to Cafe Du Monde to Bourbon Street to the Airbnb. We walked all of New Orleans.
Yes.
Okay, I walked from the Superdome to Bourbon Street. I don't even know. I can't even picture in my
Yeah,
head.
we passed the Superdome
Yeah, it was
on
like-
our way.
It ended up being just over 9 miles
no,
No!
for the day, the whole
for the-
day.
Oh yeah, the whole day we did like 10 miles, but that
Yeah.
walk from the convention center it was like 3 miles.
Listen to me. I'm being completely honest with you. Okay, the idea of walking 3 miles it's not an effort. It's not an exerted
Yeah.
effort or anything like. The idea that so many other things could be happening during that time, and you're just walking.
No, we're walking through
But-
New Orleans.
Oh,
It was
it makes,
great.
it makes
we,
me insane.
We saw
We're
so
part
much
of
stuff.
we're part of the experience.
We found crawfish. We're just walking through New Orleans. It was
yeah,
awesome.
maybe if you would have walked a little bit, you would have found the crawfish you were looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe you guys. All Mike wanted the entire
yeah.
time was some boiled crawfish.
Yeah, so and you bitches just started sending me videos of guys just dumping crawfish.
There was a place on the corner, and they were like literally cooking it on the street.
Yeah.
Like you said, there was too many. They were throwing some away.
Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah.
it's too much.
Oh, no.
It's too much. We got to get rid of it.
Did I or did I not get you crawfish?
You got me 4. I had 4
Yeah.
crawfish while I was in New Orleans. Gio gave me all 4 of them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Carmen had
Now I'm
bad
sick.
oysters.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I got a little on the walk. By the time we got about around the Superdome, I was getting a little tired, but I enjoyed it.
I will tell you, you could have gave me $1 million to find the Airbnb. I wouldn't have.
No, that's what I'm
I
saying.
have
Yeah.
no
You
idea
said
where
you
it was.
walked to the Airbnb. I don't even know the address.
Yeah, we walked from the convention center, Cafe Du Monde, all the way up through Bourbon, down Bourbon, up Canal Street, Superdome, back to the Airbnb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gio, let's talk about the Airbnb for a second.
Okay.
I would say your search and procurement of the Airbnb was A+.
Yep.
Thank you.
It had perfect size for everybody. And it gave the opportunity. We said if we could have one thing happen during this trip is for Galvin to see Tom naked, and that
yes.
I'm happy to provide the vehicle.
Yeah.
But,
I think it worked out perfect. Now,
oh man,
no. That house is not going to last much longer. I mean, my floor was breaking as we were walking. I know I'm fat.
Yeah,
everybody else's floor.
It's a brand new construction. It's like a year old.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did shoddy work.
I mean, they put that thing together
slapped
just for Airbnb.
Like the floor in the kitchen wasn't like secure. You know what I mean? Like there was gaps missing in the fake tile. You know,
It was
like that
weird.
whole row of houses, I'm pretty sure, like Gio said, was owned by like one company.
Yeah.
They're all rentals.
They just slapped them up there and was like,
Yeah, because who wants to live across the street from a giant storage unit, you know?
Well, like I said, you can walk to the Superdome right from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the proximity was fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it worked out perfect. It was great.
Good, I'm glad.
And we had a driveway that was perfect for the Sprinter.
And Gio said he just kept on hearing me in his head going, I like a hotel.
I was so worried that something was going to happen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but for the group, it worked out
Right.
perfectly because it would have been a hotel. It would have been 2 rooms with all of us in there. You all would have seen Tom naked.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
no.
sure.
Oh, a man
I
could
felt
dream.
like everybody had enough space.
Yeah.
And there was enough bathrooms. Karma was blowing up one. Olivera was going in ours. It was,
Yeah, like you hope that if you're going to see somebody naked, you get a glimpse of Carmen naked. And
Right,
instead, we saw
yeah.
Tom naked and Carmen crap the place up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Thought
Cot
that
was
would have
very
been
comfortable,
reversed.
though.
Yeah.
Joe was on the cot. He loved it.
So comfortable.
I didn't even go upstairs the entire time. Did not go
I
upstairs
have no
once.
idea what upstairs looked like.
Yeah.
I went in every room.
You did?
Yes.
Did you go in my room?
Yes.
Get out of my room.
Oh, no.
I just listen. I like to explore though, so I just I want to see
Carmen's
everything.
trying on my clothes and
Yeah.
stuff.
I did leave a review about the water pressure, how that was really the only big downfall.
Water pressure and 2 settings: ice, cold, or lava.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was no
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
There was no middle ground.
So I definitely let them know about that.
Yeah. Overall, though, I thought it was
Well,
it
good.
was
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
yeah.
great.
Glad it worked out.
Nice work.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hello, this is Kelly. I'm in Bradenton,
Hi, Kelly.
and your the app is down. We're not getting anything on the app.
Come on, Joe.
Oh.
Come on,
It wasn't
Joe.
me.
We don't handle the app, so I don't know anything about it. But I appreciate you giving me the heads up. I'll pass it along to engineering.
No problem, Pumpkin. Have a great day.
You too.
Oh,
Bye.
nice.
Oh, she was so nice.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mike, and the guys. We love your show. Awesome.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask Mike a question. Do you have a Tom for everything? You have Tom the driver, Tom the gardener.
No, Tom is the
there
same
Tom for
guy.
everything?
Tom is a Tom of all trades. Tom is the tree
Holy
man.
smokes.
Yeah. Tom is Tom the tree man by trade. Actually, no, by trade he works for the water company for the city. That's what he does. Then he's got a tree removal business on the side. And then he also happens to have some workers that work for him. So if I need things cleaned up or power washed or whatever, it's all encompassed under the Tom umbrella.
Okay. You ever going to get him back on the show?
No, he's never been on the show. He's ever been on the show.
Wow.
Maybe.
Yeah, no.
For a minute or
let's
two.
not get crazy.
I would like to let you know that Tom has some new shoes.
Oh, he got him?
Tom was wearing like loafers, and I go, God damn, Tom, get some comfortable shoes. What do you? I don't know what's going on. Whatever that's that. So I bought him some ultras and sent him to.
Nice.
He goes, Calvin, these are like they're molded to my feet.
He's a good dude, and we're fortunate to have him. So, yeah.
I was saying last night, Ian sent me a text because I was talking to Ian yesterday, and he goes, "Why did you guys say that Randall Cunningham was my roommate?" I go, "I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say that." He goes, "Yeah, I got a text saying that you guys talked to Randall Cunningham, and he was my roommate." I go, "Dude, I don't recall that at all." Later on, he sends me a text from Tom. Tom said, "Hey, we're talking to Randall Cunningham. He says he's your roommate."
John Randall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Randall.
Of course.
That's why Tom's not on the show.
Yeah, Tom said something else that I was like, no, that's completely wrong. Like, I forget what it was, but it was something. and he did the Carmen excuse, this or that, and I go, no, one's right, one's wrong.
Gordo and
Gordo.
Gouda?
Yeah.
Gordo and Gouda.
By the way, so happy that he got me to meet Dan Marino.
Yeah. He's a huge.
He was
Dolphins fan.
looking for Dan Marino, and I spotted him. I go, Tom, get down here, Dan Marino, under the CBS thing. Whatever. He goes, I'm right behind you. And I was like, oh. But he said, Tom, that Dan Marino could not have been nicer.
Yeah.
Took a picture with him, had the light glaring off of Tom's bald head, and Dan was like, you want to take another one? And he goes, no, I'm good. And he goes, you sure? I can take another one if you want. He goes, it looks like it's glaring off your head there. And he was like, no, that's good.
Tom is great. Tom is very helpful, but this is why Tom can't produce the show.
Right.
It says, this is his text to Ian. Hey, we are interviewing Randall Cunningham, and he said he used to be your roommate back in the days. He just talked about you. You should call him while he's interviewing Mike.
Okay.
Like on all aspects, that's wrong.
Ian says, this is Ian's response to Tom. He may have CTE because I've never played with him. Nor met him. And Tom was very helpful at the thing. He was trying to even help
he was
me.
great.
He's like, hey, man, I see so-and-so over here. I see this guy over here. Let's go. He was very
But
helpful.
this is why you need to have a radio mind. You even if it was true,
Right.
and it was Randall Cunningham. Ian now is calling Randall Cunningham on his cell phone while we're trying to do an interview with him.
Right.
And it would have been disaster.
Totally.
Hilarious. What else? What do we got? I'm trying to get my head wrapped around what day it is today. Tuesday. Yeah. I so am looking forward to going away this weekend with my girlfriend and spending a nice, beautiful Valentine's Day together in Fort Myers, Naples together. Like Bobby called me yesterday and he goes, I'm looking forward to hanging out. I go, me too. This is what, like, you may think we have plans. Like, what are we going to do? We're going to go fancy dining, maybe? We're going to go do something like that. Maybe we go, this is what we like to do. We get up, we go to Starbucks. He's probably going to make me work out with him in the gym at the hotel. And then we're going to go to, like, TJ Maxx and buy gadgets we don't need.
Oh.
That's what we do.
TJ Maxx is the gadget place?
Carmen, you don't understand.
Love it.
Like, we'll go to TJ Maxx and Bobby will buy like because he likes to pack light and then buy a couple of things while he's here, you know. So he might go get a T-shirt or a pair of pants or something, and then while I'm there, I go over and I look at the section that has like nail files and things like that. You know, they always have like those little wash kits.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, you find a good charging cube with a multiple port, and you're like, oh, this is perfect. This is what we do. And then we get in the car and we're jealous over who got what. I got a hammer that's also a screwdriver at the other end. Oh, man.
Or you buy little games that you're never going to play.
Yeah, no, we don't do that. Yeah, right, because we realize we never play the game.
What a party.
Yeah. That's it. That's what we do.
Sounds like a blast.
If you guys are jealous that you don't get to hang out with
Yeah.
us, well, you know what you're missing out on. What does anybody do? Like, Carmen, I would imagine really you are the only one doing something romantic for Valentine's Day. Oh, maybe Joe. Maybe Joe.
We're going to go to dinner.
Yeah, we're not doing anything romantic, but
Butt stuff.
No.
Whoa.
Chad's one of Chad's favorite like all-time rapper is in town.
Oh, let me guess.
Skilo.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Flava Flav.
Who could Chad's favorite rapper be? I
Big
don't
Daddy
know.
Kane.
No, Lil Wayne.
Oh,
He-
easy.
Yeah, he's
And the Wet Boys. What are they called?
Hot Boys.
Hot Boys.
Yeah, he's at Emily on Fridays, so we didn't really have anything planned. And then I like asked Chad, I was like, "Would you want to go see him?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so that's what we're doing.
Really?
Yeah, but we are gonna. I think we are gonna get dressed up a little bit. I think I'm, gonna like do a little throwback.
Like to
'Cause
what? To when you were hot?
Oh,
I'm sorry. You set it up. You just set it up so good. I'm so sorry.
I know. You're welcome.
I'm sorry.
we're back, baby.
No, so I saw a video for like Halloween, and these girls were 2000 video vixens.
Ooh.
You know how they all like dressed and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna dress up like that. So
Carmen,
your boobs.
effort is sexy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought
No,
that was.
I'm saying your effort to just the idea that you want to do something like that for him, I think is sexy.
You should swing by TJ Maxx and see what they got.
Oh, I don't have gadgets.
I
for
gotta
that.
tell you, Chad liking Lil Wayne is whiter than Mike liking Lil Wayne.
Probably,
Right?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well, he
just
doesn't. Yeah, I mean, he likes the old school, like nothing new. You know what I mean? But I figured
Lollipop, Lil Wayne.
even older.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He likes the underground stuff.
Like-
but I mean, he just likes Lil Wayne in general.
Cash Money.
Honestly. So I just thought, like, this is one, like me and Chad, I don't think Chad and I have ever been to a concert together.
Oh,
So this is like one
What
of
if
those.
you go there and Chad dances like Elaine from Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen Chad dance.
Is
It's bad. Is it worse than your waterfall?
No, he's amazing.
Oh,
so good at
no,
dancing.
for real. That's
Oh,
not good,
man.
is it?
He's really good.
He's a
real-
dorky white
Uh-huh.
dance.
he's a good. He's a great dancer.
He does a head bop.
We'll be doing a lot of grinding,
Whoa.
a lot of
Oh.
a lot of butt to front.
Whoa.
Alright.
I like it.
That'll be yeah. So I don't know. Like we didn't really have anything planned, and like I said, I just asked him, and we've never been to a concert together, so I was like, this would be the one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? This
yeah.
is like one of those to get us out of the house. We don't need great seats. We probably won't stay for the whole show, but it will get us out of the house and go do something. And I think we're actually going to meet up with and do a little double date with Dizzy beforehand.
Man, did you break up with Ashley?
No, she's been busy. She was in Atlanta for like all the top people for Crunch
That's
Right.
hot.
and stuff. So she's been going to like a lot of conferences and stuff lately. She's been all over the place because she's like really moving up in the company. So she's just honestly been busy. They invited us to a Super Bowl party at their house on Sunday, but we had just gotten back and I just wanted to be on the couch with my puppies.
What's interesting to me is that Crunch and EOS are like the two big leading gyms in the area. And they keep opening next to each other and within 6 miles of each other.
Yeah.
And the world is still the fattest it's ever been.
Yeah.
And yet you could never get on a machine at those gyms because they are constantly packed. You can't even get a parking lot at most of the EOSs over here.
People are
You can't
parked
get a
like in
parking
the
space.
ditch and
Yes.
stuff when you
It's,
drive by.
it's unbelievable. And I'm thinking like I look at all these car washes and I go, they can't still be making money off of car washes. It just seems ridiculous.
There's
Like,
so many of them.
I know there's so many of them, and also if you have a $200,000 investment and you're throwing in a $20 a pop for a thing, and you're also relying on people to sign up and never cancel, that kind of thing. There's probably a lot of money to be made there, but there's so many of them. The chance of doing it now, it's too late. But it seems like opening up a gym is the way to go because nobody can get on the machine in any of these places.
But you said, then why is everybody still fat?
I don't know.
Majority of people are
Well,
fat.
Yeah.
The food.
Yeah.
Which, can I tell you something about my gym? I'm so excited.
Your gym's got food?
It's opening a pizza place in the gym.
No. So I go to Carolwood Crunch.
Right.
And in that
Sounds
plaza,
delicious.
in that plaza, there's like a Bell's, there's a Crumble Cookie, there's a TJ Maxx, and at the end, there's a Winn-Dixie. But the Winn-Dixie closed down after the hurricane. Guess what?
Oh,
That Winn-Dixie is turning into
LDI.
I am so excited. It's gonna be an Aldi.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
man.
they put up the sign yesterday, and as I was leaving, I was driving by. Oh my god, you guys have no
I
idea.
read that Aldi is all the old Winn-Dixies. Aldi's like going in there.
Yeah,
So-
Winn-Dixie's that closed down.
To a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
of course, I have a Winn-Dixie like a block away from my house, not getting turned into an Aldi.
No.
But this will give me a reason to go to the gym now because then I can go to Aldi.
If you need burritos or beach chairs, Aldi's got you covered.
That's right.
They got everything. They have everything.
I'm
I
gonna
love
try it again, Carmen. I'm gonna try to go to Aldi again to see what your hype is all about.
You won't like it.
No.
You will not like it.
But what
I
is
know
it that you like? Like my wife loves their burritos.
So I like that they have some stuff that's always there. Like I love their sourdough bread that they have. Their meat is good for us because we cook our dog's food. It's like just stuff like that. But then they always have new stuff. So
You're always surprised.
You're always surprised. You can always find something different. It does kind of suck when you find something that you love and then it, goes out of stock or it's out of season or whatever. But then, 2 weeks later, there's something new in stock and you're like, well, I love this just as much. So it constantly keeps you like
It's kind of like the
evolving.
Trader Joe's. Everybody was like, "Oh, Trader Joe's." Then they were like, "Trader Joe's."
Trader Joe's is way too expensive. That's the other thing. I bought like $100 worth of groceries and it feeds us for 2 weeks. Like the price wise, is unmatched. It is just, and then on top of that, like when I'm, feeding Chamberlain football team and stuff, like that's a good place to get snacks.
Let me
for
ask you this:
them.
what kind of food are you feeding your dog?
So we make it. We do 3-to-1 ratio. So every 3 pounds of meat, we do 1 pound of veggies, and we do chicken, and then we do mix of veggies.
And you're
then-
cooking it?
Yes, and then we add sweet potato, which we don't count as a veggie. That's the starch.
Right.
And then we also do chicken liver.
I watched this video last night. I think I've talked about this before. It just came up on my thing again. The guy has a Doberman, and he feeds it. They showed everything that he feeds it. He feeds it 2 duck heads, 2 duck necks, a pound, like a handful of liver, and an egg, and chicken.
A raw diet too,
all
right?
raw. Yeah. Is that good for the dog?
So it depends. It's just like us when you go from eating all this processed food and then you go into then you're a vegan all of a sudden. Your body's gonna reject it a little bit first. It's one of those things you have to slowly incorporate raw, especially unless that's what they've ate their whole life. But if they started on kibble and then you start making their food, you got to do it slow. And then when you start making their food and you want to go raw, again, you have to do it slowly. You can't just give them raw stuff.
That was the grossest thing I'd ever imagined. A plate with 2 duck heads, 2 duck necks, a handful of liver, and some other thing, then an egg on top.
Now imagine an animal that eats its own poo, and it's like, that's delicious.
I would have rather eat my own poo than eat that stuff.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, that's the same with the carnivore diet and stuff. If it works for you, it works for you. You know what I mean?
Sure. I don't know. I look at my dogs and I think that they're eating that dry food, and then we give them the wet food too, like every day. And I just thought maybe I need to cook them something. Maybe they should be eating something else. I don't know.
It's definitely healthier.
Yeah.
It's definitely healthier for them. Yeah, you don't want them eating the kibble all the time. But then again, there's dogs that eat kibble their entire life and live to be 22. You know, so who knows?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same with humans. This guy's running and eating right and doing everything, and this one's drinking Jack Daniels and smoking cigarettes and lives to be 103.
Yeah. My wife, she got a little emotional yesterday. She's petting the dogs, and she goes, "What are we gonna do when the dog dies?"
Well, you don't think about it.
4.
Yeah.
Why would you think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think about it. I'm like, don't depress me with your hormonal thoughts.
Terrible.
I don't need to know about these things.
We had an incident with Cowboy, and Chad was talking about getting rid of him.
What? What did he do? Ate Chambo's offensive playbook?
No, he like snapped at Chad.
Oh.
It, like, you know what I mean? So
I
it's
blame
just like
Chad.
It's a dominance thing. No, Cowboy's been a little nippy, and but that is normal for Australian Shepherds, But again, Chad was like, I've never had a dog in all of my life do that. And he was like really upset about it. And I was like, and now I'm like, does that mean I have to choose between Cowboy and Chad?
Oh, yeah.
You can't take Cowboy to Little Wayne.
Yeah.
You can't do butt to front with the dog.
Oh, you buy one of those little vests, you walk them right in.
Yeah.
What are you
By the way,
do?
Carmen.
But no, that made me sad. But I think we're gonna do like training or something like that. Like, but also he's not fixed, so I think that's just the next step. He's cut him off.
Oh.
Was he doing something at the time that made him snap at him?
Hitting Carmen.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
No,
Chad was hitting you.
no. We were getting ready to, get it on.
Get the steam box?
And and he was like, get off the bed. And Cowboy kept jumping on the bed. And then,
Oh.
Chad went to go like
They
push it.
kicked
Like,
kick the dog.
Maybe it's true we're reincarnated and a dog, somebody came back as a dog and they were like, listen, I want to at least see this.
but I mean, either way, you know what I mean? But like, it like really upset Chad. And I get it as well. But I like.
Maybe Cowboy was like, stop imitating me.
Yeah.
No.
You're doing it in my style.
Yeah.
Jenkins does that all the time.
While
Like,
you're making sweet love to the pants?
No, in the morning when I'm getting ready to leave, I lean over to give her a kiss. She's still in bed. The dog, Jenkins.
Uh-huh.
And the dog's still there, and he's like,
Oh, yeah. My dog
he doesn't
growls
like
all
it.
the time.
He doesn't like it. I mean, he doesn't snap at me. or
Right,
anything
right.
But it's like
that.
very protective.
Yeah, but
like,
I think he thinks I'm going to do something to her.
Which
That
you probably
dog
would.
sleeps in bed with you guys?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
it's a little dog.
Yeah, but I'm saying that dog won't even let me like pet it.
Oh, yeah. No, he loves it.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
he's a little heater. I mean, Chris is always cold, so he's very hot.
Yeah, a little portable heater.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm glad that worked out, Joe. That was
Me
a very
too.
stressful situation for me.
No, it was fantastic. He's a favored creature. Everyone fights over who gets him.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How many dogs are at the Pants house now?
4.
4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you still have the cat too?
No, the cat bailed out. She went across the street.
Do you still have Spanish?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, Caitlyn
Spanish
Jenner.
is gone and the cat's gone.
And the cat went across the alley. She's staying over there.
4 dogs, 3 ladies, and 1 old man.
That's right.
Does anybody know anything about Spanish?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just wondering if anybody talked to.
4 ladies. I got 4 ladies too.
What?
Annette.
Annette's there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Annette,
4,
Mama
4.
Pants, Daughter Pants,
Yeah.
and
Right.
Mrs. Pants.
Yeah.
Man, how Whore Island has changed.
I love it. I gotta
Filled
tell
with
you.
whores.
yeah.
I'm
Wait.
very happy
Family
about
Island.
it. Yeah.
Listen, Whore Island in its day, Joe,
Yeah.
in its heyday,
Oh,
it was second only to the Playboy Mansion.
that's probably true.
Yeah. I mean, it
believe
was, I mean, I've been there for some parties.
There's some history there.
There is some history there. There's different nuggets and different rooms and
Right.
crevices you can go in that place.
Oh yeah.
I miss it.
Mm-hmm.
You still got that old dirty mattress out back?
Nope.
That's
Got
good.
rid of that mattress years ago.
That's
You keep
good.
bringing it up though. I appreciate it.
No, that's good.
Jerk.
It's
You still have dude night?
No.
No.
There's no dudes left.
wow.
I told you, Joe's on the uptake.
Yeah.
Joe's on the uptake for sure.
I feel good about it.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Morning, Mike. How you doing?
Good, what's happening?
Good, buddy. I was wondering if you guys have. I don't know why I bring all this old stuff up, but it's still amazing to me because I've been listening to you guys forever, even when you were asked the meetings. And what's going on with Spanish, or because it's just amazing how he just vanished. I'm not talking about it for you guys. Like he just doesn't call you guys. We just don't hear anything
No,
about
it's
it.
funny. It's funny you said that while you were on hold. I just brought that up, and I just asked these guys because we don't.
I know,
Really
I
talk
heard,
about,
yeah.
I don't. Again, I don't hate Spanish, and he still works at the station. He still does Sad Weirdos whenever that's on. And I thought if he didn't talk to me, I didn't think he didn't talk to me or Galvin or Gio, even though Gio reached out to him the most. But I thought for sure Joe and Carmen, and both of them said they haven't talked to him either.
Last time I talked to him
It's
was
really amazing.
like around New Year's.
Really?
Yeah. I threw a text.
Last time I talked to him is when I called him live on air.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you
haven't
guys are so tight. Thanks for the call, sir. You guys are so tight. I thought for sure that he would at least reach out to you.
Yeah. I mean, me too. But again, I think, whatever he's going through,
Yeah.
Last time I talked to him
Want me to
was
talk to him?
whenever he was on air. Was the
Yeah.
last
Me
time.
too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. That's
well, you
so weird.
texted with him, I thought.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, just that
No.
one 10 o'clock at night
Yeah.
one time. I'm saying but as far as talking to him.
Having been kicked off shows before, which I have, when I got kicked off, I didn't want to have anything to do with any of those people.
Who kicked you off?
Well, I got kicked off Drew's show.
You got kicked off that show?
Yeah. They said there's too many people.
That's it. Who was there?
At the time, it was SBK, Seth, Drew, I think
I'm not gonna lie, that's too many people.
maybe Nikki.
I don't know that you're the one that I would kick off.
Yeah.
That's too many people.
Yeah, I mean, it was, they were like, yeah, we're done here, and you're going to go work with Mo instead.
So your feelings were hurt.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't do anything
No.
in order to get kicked off that show. Got too many people on the
Yeah.
show.
And then
Which
you
is
went
what-
and worked with Mo, and it was you, Mo, Johnny B.
Johnny B, yeah.
Just you 3?
Yeah. But once I'm not with a show, I don't want nothing to do with those people.
Yeah, but also, we didn't kick him off the show.
Yeah, but still, I kind of get that.
Yeah, but
But 14 years.
Yeah.
if you plucked me from being an intern to giving me an opportunity to make something of myself and become a known name in the area and blah, 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 I'd at least at the end hit you up and say, hey, things didn't work out the same, but hey, let's clear the air. I don't want that, by the way. I'm not saying, I feel like as a man, that's what I would do. I would say, hey, look, I know when the very first time I got fired in 2000, I let the air die down a little bit. I let everything cool off, and then I made that phone call and I said, hey, I at least owe I have 2 things.
Yeah.
One, I'm sorry by the way that things worked out, even though I'm the one who got fired, and also I owe you money.
Right.
We had an upcoming credit card debt that I liked it, and I'll call you back, and I never got a call back. So I at least can always say on my end, I made that phone call.
I think it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're in a
it's
situation
been,
and
been
then
months.
Listen, I didn't want to talk to anybody associated with that for a while because
Yeah, but you got kicked off. You for no fault of your own, you got kicked off of a show because there were too many people. So in your eyes, you were like, "There's too many people, and they view me as being the weakest link."
Right.
So that's a reason for you.
That's a big.
But that's a reason for you to feel that way.
Right.
Now, if you
That's
would have
not
said,
what happened.
"Yeah," if you would have said, "Well, I got kicked off because I didn't show up 3 times," then maybe it's on you, and you should say, "Hey, I messed that up. Sorry if it messed up."
But but then what do you say to those people? Oh, hey, what's going on? It's.
Yeah, I know it's uncomfortable, but you have to be a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it really hasn't been that long.
I mean, we're looking at it was when was it? It's been at least 6 months.
October.
Yeah. So
yeah,
November, December, January, February.
And also, like I look at it from 14 years, and also how much he did to want to please Mike and go above and beyond to help Mike. You know what I mean? Like he was always like one call away.
And,
until the end.
And I'm not on the air mother effing him and
Right.
saying, do you think that for a second, if I didn't want him to be on Sad Weirdos, that show would be on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, no, I don't hate him. He's making some bad decisions.
I just know for me, when I got kicked off shows, it took a while before I could talk to those people again.
Interesting.
It was because it felt very awkward because obviously I didn't want to get kicked off the show. So
what does it feel like to land on a show and now be more successful?
Oh, looking back now, it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
You look at them and you look at all the ones who aren't here anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that was the best thing that happened to me.
How long will it be until you talk to us once you get kicked off here?
Oh, I'll never talk to you again, probably. When I'm doing the Spanish show, I'll never talk to you guys. No, but yeah,
when you're doing sadder weirdos, sadder.
Even weirder.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I get it a little bit, but I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
'Cause it's
but
an awkward thing.
You have to man. Look,
Right.
I'll never forget when I made that phone call. I was getting on the Howard Franklin Bridge, and I took a deep breath and went, "Okay, you don't want to do it, but you got to do it."
But I mean, like, what's the text? Hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Like, I don't know.
No, in my mind, and here's the truth, and I'm saying this publicly and openly. I don't want anything but good things for Spanish, including him. Look, if I wake up tomorrow and Sad Weirdos becomes nationally syndicated and it's new Love Lines, I will laugh my ass off.
Right.
But I'm like, good for him, What was I going to say? It was something about
what you would say or what you would expect.
Oh, it's that I feel like eventually we're going to run into each other.
Yeah.
And that's not the place to do it.
Right.
And, if now it's going to be weird if we see each other. If we have a meeting and we're on the same meeting together, it's going to be weird.
I explained it at the time, like when I stopped working with Drew and all those guys, it was like you'd broken up with somebody and you were still stuck at the same high school.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. You don't want to talk to your ex.
No.
It's weird, but you're still at the same high school.
Yeah,
that's
that
kind of
is
how
weird.
it felt. You know what I mean? And it took some time. Eventually you get over it and you realize, it was probably for the better at the time. But,
I think about like he was considering quote unquote coming in for the last Under Oath. You know what I mean?
I don't think he was. I
No.
think he was just trying to be cool about it, and then he was like, I don't really want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with this, but he acted like it. You know what I mean? So if that was the case, like him reaching out isn't like so far fetched.
Yeah. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Good morning, Galvin. How you been?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, just want to tell you real quick. Last week, I've always been a big fan of Warren Sapp's, and when you had him on the radio out at the Super Bowl, that was so much fun to listen to.
He was great.
I just think his personality is so infectious. It's really cool.
I think younger Warren Sapp had a chip on his shoulder about how he was treated. And I don't think that I think by his own, he'll admit it, he did not interact the greatest with fans over time. I think he felt like because of his job, it shouldn't impede on his personal life. And I don't think that he handled it very well. I think he'll be the first to tell you that. Warren Sapp retired and happy now. I mean, he's kissing babies and taking pictures of white people.
Great.
He's the best. He's always been good to me, but I've seen him interact with people and it's not always good. But I'm telling you, 10 years have been great.
I've had a chance a couple of times just to shake his hand, and he's always been super nice to me and my family.
Yeah, that's all you can really judge is how he treated you.
Exactly. But to hear him on the air out there was really great. So I appreciate it.
Glad you enjoyed it. I have to tell you, Tristan Wirfs was great.
Yep.
Sapp was great. Joe McCoy was great. The Bussin' with the Boys guys were great.
Kurt Schilling
said some stuff to me off the air that was even funnier than the stuff he said on the air. I that kid, that Luis Perez, who learned how to play quarterback on YouTube, was one of the most amazing stories I've ever heard.
McCaffrey.
Ed McCaffrey was great. John Randall was great.
Emmitt Smith.
Paige Chick was great. Emmitt Smith. Gio, we saw Emmitt Smith and they said, maybe we can get him tomorrow. And then the next day they actually said, we have Emmitt Smith if you want him. And we were about to wrap things up. And I said, it's Emmitt Smith. You have to talk to him. What am I going to talk to Emmitt Smith about? And as soon as I saw him walk over, I was like, oh, it's Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
It's Emmitt Smith. Yeah. You got all
legend.
Day to talk to him. Absolute legend. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Pretty good. I thought, you guys were talking about Spanish. I thought I heard Galvin say to Gio something about when you were on the Spanish show. And
he said, when you're on it. When you're on it, then it becomes sadder weirdos.
No, I would listen to the Spanish Gio show or the Gio Spanish show. I think that'd be awesome. I like Gio a lot more than Spanish.
I like you too, sir.
I mean, I don't want to see my show getting broken apart, but I would listen to a show with Gio on it too. And if it means Spanish is there, I might put an ear on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you. We're not auditioning shows, sir. Just letting you know. Yes.
There's already been enough of a shake-up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One lady left because Roger.
Carol's still on the block.
Listen, she texted me and she, was like, I still listen.
Nope. I'm taking the signal out of her ear. She's not allowed to hear it anymore. Oh, Galvin triangulated it.
Yep.
Galvin triangulated it.
Oh,
She's
man.
no longer allowed to listen to the show.
Man.
What time is Felipe?
9.
Oh, Jesus.
But Dom's here now at 8.
All right, let me take a break and we'll come back with Dom. Sorry, I got too caught up.
And that's it for news.
No. We got news. We got to get to. We got Dom next. We got Felipe Esparza. We've got news. We've got a lot of things happening. If you have a question for Ask the Dom, get on the phone lines right now, because what's going to happen is they're going to fill up during the break and you're going to miss out. 800-771-1025. That's 800-771-1025. If you got a question for Ask the Dom, get on the horn now, whether it's something that's happening in your life, whether you're concerned whether or not you need a lawyer, whether you have a lawyer and he's not doing his job, whatever your question is, get on the phone lines now, and we will talk to Ask the Dom next on 102.5 The Bone. Dom, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Happy Tuesday.
Back at you.
I am hitting the ice tonight, Mike. First time in over 20 years.
What do you mean when you say hitting the ice? You're getting on the ice?
I am in an adult hockey league.
Shut your face.
Have you? So first time in 20 years. Have you played at all? Like,
well, I can ice skate. I ski every year. I get Dom and other family.
There's a big difference. They wear different shoes.
Yeah, but it's the edge work and blades. But no, I've
You're
played
gonna be
hockey.
on your ass a lot.
Oh man.
Galvin appreciate. I played hockey 20-something years ago in Pittsburgh.
yeah, I played soccer 20 years ago. I'm not going out there and playing in a league.
Booze challenged me. He's retired from baseball. I'm retired from managing, and so I said he's into this hockey thing. So I called Jake. I said, "Hey, you need a new." You need to train me. And he's like, all right, let's do it. So he's training me and Booze.
Oh, you're not playing, though.
No, I am playing.
Oh, my God.
I'm playing, yeah. So
Olivero is in a hockey league. Maybe
but Olivero has been playing since I know him.
I'm saying, but maybe they'll go against each other.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I'll check with Mike. I'm not sure what league he's in, but
I think he plays for the Ice Holes.
I play tonight for the Badgers is my team, and we go against the Hungry Hippos.
You guys
tonight,
have bad in your name. That's
Badgers, yeah, or maybe Honey Badger. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is, but no. So I'm excited. It's the hockey season started this past weekend for his rec team, for Tampa Bay Skating Academy, and he says, Dad, I don't think you do it, and all the other dads are all lined up. I says, well, does anybody want to play? Because they got a couple guys out there, and but not a lot of the dads play.
Yeah,
and
there's a reason for that. Sometimes when you fall when you're over 30, it's not the same.
Well, what sucks is I had to get all new equipment, so it's all brand new. So I got to break it all in.
Oh, you're gonna break it in,
stiff and everything else. But no, I'm ready. I'm ready tonight. I mean, listen, tennis, basketball. Let's go. So I had to
over under.
Myself. Yeah,
over under on
how many times he's on his ass.
Yeah, no, he'll be on his ass a lot.
Oh, 100%.
How many games till he quits?
Oh, I don't think I don't. Dom's not a quitter.
Yeah, but I don't believe he quits because it's hard. I think he gets hurt.
Oh,
okay.
I think tonight's the first of two.
Yeah, he strains something.
No, he breaks something.
Break something.
Break something.
Will Dom get a motorized wheelchair, or will he have the one that he kind of pushes with his hands?
I think one of the ones you have to breathe into the tube.
You know, that's what I love about the show. It's the positivity. It's the support. Dom, we love you. You're always there for us. We're there for you.
Next week, you take phone calls. You're going to be like, let me tell you something
Yeah, we're going to hear
about lawyers.
We're going to hear a lot of this. Allegedly.
Enjoy the relentless negativity, Dom.
Carmen, they've replaced me with an AI Dom.
Yeah.
All right, that's what they've done.
You got old school Stephen Hawking wheelchair, Dom. That's what you got. Yeah.
Go
Your
Badgers.
eyeballs are going to be operating everything.
Dom, I especially want to be friends with you this week because I got a goddamn traffic ticket the other day. I'm telling you right now, I'm always very respectful to the police. They do a wonderful job. But the guy pulled me over and told me I was going 77 in a 50 or whatever, a 50 mile. And I go, according to you. And he goes, what? And I go, there's no way I was going 77. And he goes, yeah. And I go, so what was the car in front of me doing? Because there was a car right in front. I go, I saw you a half a mile away.
Right.
I saw you sitting there. I wasn't speeding. And there was a car in front of me. I go, you sure you didn't get in? And he shows me the speed thing, whatever they has. And I go, all right. I go, I have no idea. You can put 77 on there for all I know. I said, but okay, whatever. And so he wrote me the ticket. And
So you chose to have this interaction with the police officer.
Yeah. And then he said, I'm not giving you this in the construction zone and this and that and everything. You know what I didn't say? I did not say thank you. There was no way I was saying thank you. I just went, all right, and took it from him. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
You guys are riled up today. Was it a trooper?
Lawyer.
A deputy? Was it an officer? Who
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you.
You don't know.
He was blind with rage.
I saw blue and red. That's all I know.
Oh, my goodness.
Your Honor, I would like to call to the stand the police officer who gave Galvin a ticket.
He's putting the jinx on me, Carmen. He's putting the jinx on Carmen. Unjinx me, Carmen.
No, 2 games before you. I'll give you this. I don't think you're going to break a bone. You're going to lose your spleen.
Mike,
you're going to get crushed into the boards, and they're going to have to remove your spleen from a hole in your body.
You guys forget Dom plays basketball regularly.
Yeah, you guys forget basketball and blade ice hockey are 2 different things. You're playing on ice.
But also, I'm just saying, Dom is way more in shape than I think you guys are giving him credit.
Listen, it is not a matter of his athleticism. It is a matter of a 50-year-old body being on
48.
Close enough.
Your Honor, for the record, I like to state I was born in 1976. That's a 48-year-old man right there.
That is just miserable. Carmen, you fall at 28. You're up around the next day. You fall at 48, and you're out for a couple of days.
I think the bounce back all depends on the type of shape you're in and the activities you do.
Dom, I'd like to say you're going to do fantastic. Yeah. I'll send that ticket over later on today.
These guys remind me of my wife. Pumpkins goes, you're doing what? It's like nothing at this point, nothing surprises her because I'm always up to something and I'm literally driving her crazy. And she just smiles and she realizes, she goes, you're doing this for your son. I said, well, Boo's challenged me, and I don't back down to a challenge. And yeah, it's something that he and I can do together because we used to go out and we'd catch the ball and I'd coach him. We're not doing that. So now we're on the ice or passing pucks back and forth.
It's cool. Maybe one day when you're incapacitated, he'll shave you when you get too hairy.
All right.
Jesus, Carmen, can you do me a favor? I'm not going to ask it from Mike. I'm not asking it. I'm going to ask it from you. Can you just give me the Dominus Hibiscus? Can you do that?
Done. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
No,
I'm fine.
You're
now.
good. No
I'm
jinx.
Fine. I'm ready.
If you'd like to speak to Dom in his last days of taking phone calls, 800-771-1025. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're on with Ask the Dom. Hello.
Oh, is it me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dom. I got a ticket question for you.
Sure.
I haven't had a ticket in a while, but they used to go over all your options with you, and you had to sign the actual ticket, stating that you understood your options. And I got a speeding ticket, and I didn't sign the thing at all. Is there any
wiggle room there to try to fight this thing?
No, not necessarily. They don't do that much anymore as far as the options. A lot of times they just your options are on the back. They're printed on the ticket. Sometimes there's electronic signatures, but you don't have to sign it for it to be valid. So it's still a uniform traffic citation, regardless of your acquiescence or not. The law enforcement agent will give it to you, and then it's got to be reported to the court if you want to contest it with a certain time period. So if you want to fight it, you can fight it. When my father was alive, he hadn't gotten a ticket in like 30 years or whatever, and he got pissed. We got a ticket in Pasco. He goes, I says, yeah, but on this particular day, you might have been doing something different than you've done for the past 25 years. So if you want to contest it, you can. If you want to option for driving school, you can do that. You'll pay the fine. They won't give you the points. You do the school, but you got to do two things. Make sure you send the certificate of the school into two places. This is where people get messed up. Send it into the clerk of the court for the clerk of traffic court, and you send a copy of that certificate of the course into the DMV. You got to send it to both places because sometimes one place doesn't get it, or they don't talk to each other, and then all of a sudden you'll end up with points on your license and you got to hire me for a motion to go correct it. So just a little heads up on that.
Yeah, I think I've used up all those options. Do you practice down in Sarasota County?
Mr. Sansoni, Mr. Rogozinski does. Have you used five lifetime schools? Have you gone to school 5 times?
No, I thought it was 3.
No, 5.
3's still pretty rough.
Yeah, still a lot. Now, if you're ineligible for it, depending on certain types of classifications or speeds or jurisdictions, you still can get a court order to go to school. Now, they might bump you up from the BMI, the basic driver improvement course, to maybe an advanced course, but you could still take a course. But you have 5 elections your lifetime, so you've got 2 left. You're like a cat with 5 lives.
Well, let me research that then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did 3 of them. I thought that was the limit.
Well, you can look into it. But however, if you want to email us the ticket, there might be something on the face of the ticket that we can make a motion to this. There's 3 things that's catastrophic to the ticket. The signature isn't. The first thing is the name. You got to have the right name. The second thing is the date, because you have a statute of limitations, a speedy trial issue, 180 days. And the third thing is going to be the actual citation itself. They got to cite you correctly under 316 traffic code. Those are the 3 things. If there's an error, those are catastrophic to the ticket. If they got the wrong color of the car, or if they have the wrong address, or if you didn't sign the bottom of it, or the time is off, those things aren't going to get it dismissed. The 3 things that I told you are damaging if the officer, trooper, or deputy didn't get it right. There you go.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
That was for Galvin, too. That was Galvin.
I'll check. Good morning. You're on with Acid Dom. What do you got? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're on with Acid Dom. What do you got?
Hello.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Me,
Mike Calta Show. Hello.
All right. Great.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah. This is not traffic related. I don't know if Dom handles any of this, but I was institutionalized for another essay at the beginning of the year. I've been with a VA shrink since then. I don't have a job. All my credit cards are in default, and I'm getting letters from lawyers now, and I just can't deal with any of that. Is it if I don't respond to any of that stuff, is it just I don't know, do something?
What do you think? What do you
think?
Have a job. You think if you don't respond to it, it just goes away?
No. It's not going away, but I mean, they can't garnish anything. I have zero money left.
They'll
literally
get you.
$37.
They'll get you.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you, you said VA, so you serve, so I want to say thank you for your service. Are you qualified as disabled? Do you have a disability through the VA?
No. I have a disability, but not 100%.
Okay. All right. So you're getting income from the United States government?
Yes.
Okay. So what I would recommend is, no, I wouldn't blow it off. How much is the debt that you have? If you added it all up, what's the amount?
About $60,000.
$60,000. So what I would do is email me at acidom.com. I'm going to send you to our debit, credit, and collections folks in the network, the single law group. They're fantastic over there. Now, there is also an option. Maybe you might want to chat with those folks about bankruptcy, depending on some different elements and things. I mean, $60,000 is a decent sized nut. However, email me AskTheDom.com. Let's have you talk with these guys that handle debit, credit, and collections and possible bankruptcy. I'll do my air quotes on that one for you. But don't give up. There's a way to navigate through it with legal assistance, and we're here to help you.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Good
Yes,
luck.
sir.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to click you there. I thought you were saying goodbye. Yeah, I mean, you're walking around with $37 in your pocket and you think, well, they can't get it. They'll wait 10 years and they'll come at you again. So just when you think you climb out of the hole and now you're back on your feet, that's when you get whacked with it. So it's better to handle it now than it is to try and to wait and hopefully it just goes away.
Yeah, any supplemental income he gets, or if he gets, overage in taxes,
Yeah.
or, inheritance, or windfall, lottery, whatever.
You want to hear what they did to me one time, Dom?
What they did?
And rightfully so, but I just didn't expect it. I had gotten fired and I was collecting unemployment, and then I got a new job, and I think like a week crossed over out of because you did it like 2 weeks at a time, and a week crossed over where I had gotten a new job, and I hadn't canceled the unemployment yet, so I actually got double paid there, and nothing ever came of it, and I was like, I didn't realize it, and they deducted it from my taxes the following year.
Oof!
Like they were watching, they were waiting, and the minute they had an opportunity to grab that money back from me, they took it right out of my taxes.
Yeah, the problem is not that situation. The problem is when that transpires for a series of weeks or months. When people are, obviously you have a week overlap. It's one of those things where, hey, you're trying to get caught up and get situated. You got a new job. But if you have someone that is continuously doing that over an extended period of time,
right, that's what they'll take you.
Then you got probably, then you're going to have penalties, and then they're coming out audits, and then they're coming, then that's a bigger problem.
Yeah.
So, but
don't do that.
Yeah, correct. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Good morning. You're on with Ask the Dom. What do you got?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's happening?
Dom, it's Coach Bobby.
I don't care. What do you got for Ask the Dom, sir?
Hey, it's my.
Don't let him dog you. Don't let him dog you, Dom.
So, Coach this is Dom's coach, and he's also encouraging me to play, and he's over at TBSA, Tampa Bay Sport Skating Academy. And also, previous caller to the show, Mike, you had questions years ago. He had called in back when Joey was playing hockey. Right? How was that 4 or 5 years ago, Coach? I forget how long it was.
That has to be at
probably
least 10
somewhere.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So huge, Mike. He loves you. Huge fan. And this is Boozer's actual rec coach. We play for the Blue Jackets this season. Coach Bobby's fantastic.
Great, Coach Bobby. Thank you for calling. Mike Calta Show. Good morning. You're on with Ask the Dom.
Good morning. 2 things real quick. One, if you come to Fort Myers, don't go to the beach. Go to the one in Naples. We got red tide. Number 2, if the judge tells you to go to traffic school, does that count against one of your 5 uses?
If the judge orders it, I've argued the answer is no, because you did not elect to do it. It was court ordered.
Interesting.
So
thank you.
Now there's different. Now let me caveat.
Thanks, Mike.
Don't just mark it and be like, Dom said it.
There's different. People interpret that differently, but it's the way I read it is it's 5 elections, which means you elect to do it. If you're court ordered to do it, well, that's not an election. So I have argued before. It says, Mo, my client didn't elect to do it. They were court ordered based on whatever the terms and circumstances were of the charges. So, my argument is no. If the court orders you, it's not an elected by the licensed driver. Those 5 should still be there. Now, remember, on the flip side, let's say you're out. You've done all your 5. Can you do more? Well, the answer is yes. You can be ordered to driving school as many times as the judge orders you. So in that situation, the door swings both ways, or you can cross the streams. You can do all these things. So it can go either way. But no, it shouldn't count because it wasn't an election.
And when the judge orders you, does that mean your points still come off?
Well, your points will come off if you complete the course. So just because a judge tells you to do it, you still have to do it. And then once you do it, you got to do what I told the other caller about 4 or 5 calls back. You got to send in that certificate to the DMV and to the clerk of traffic court, because the judge doesn't take the points off, right? It's the DMV. It's through confirmation of the clerk. So you got to do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got to do it and then send that certificate in. But there you go. Good question.
All right, good. I would never even have thought of that. That's great. Good morning, you're on with Ask the Dom. What do you got?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, you're on with Acid Dom. What do you got?
Hello, Don.
Good morning.
I just recently got divorced from my cheating wife, and I had a lawyer, a lady lawyer, and after I gave her the house and everything because I just wanted to get out the marriage and everything, and it seems like after everything is done, it seems like the lady lawyer and my wife was actually working against me, and I was paying her. What do I do? Can I try to sue the lawyer?
Well, did your ex-wife have an attorney?
No, she didn't have an attorney. When it came to it, she didn't. I know she was supposed to do her records and everything. Her bank statements. The lawyer didn't even get none of that or anything. And
well, what was your attitude during the divorce? Because it sounds like you just wanted out. You said, "Hey, take the house." It didn't sound like you were very contentious about it. You just wanted to get away from this person. I mean, did you really put up a fight? Did you not care about a lot of the assets?
Well, backstory. My wife, like through the marriage, I'm a truck driver, so she was a housewife, and I had her doing all the finance and everything, and she did not pay the mortgage for a year, and I was giving her the money and everything, and she end up meeting some guy from Texas that online, and he was sending her checks and checks and checks of $30,000. And the guy was a scammer, and he scammed her out of the money that she was taking from me and everything and whatever. Which she could be going. The FBI could be knocking at her door any day now because she was doing fraud and anything.
Let me bring you back around. You made a left. You're off the road here.
Yeah.
So the question is during the divorce, because you wanted to know if you can make a claim against a lawyer, and I'm trying to sort that out. Now, were you did you not want to have any of the assets? Were you contentious? Were you fighting? You're like, no, I'm going to acquiesce. Just give her everything, and I just want out. What was your attitude towards a divorce? Just that simply, I just need to know that question.
No, because I have the emails and everything that I told her what I wanted, and when I happened to look, when I happened after the divorce was final and everything, and I happened to look.
I love you to call. I love the call. I love you to death, but you don't answer my question. You said you didn't want to fight for the house. You gave her the house. So I'm assuming the house is fine. I don't know what other assets you have, but what was it that your lawyer did that you feel was not zealously representing you? That's the threshold. So the lawyers have to zealously represent their clients. How did the lawyer fall short in taking care of you, sir? That's the crust of your question as to whether or not you want to make a claim against this lawyer for not representing you well, in your opinion, in the divorce. You understand?
Okay.
And now listen, I know it's the morning show and you're limited on time. You can email me at aciddom.com. Write out your thoughts. You just you're not limited in space. Just shoot me a big email. And then just put out there all the things that you're thinking. Jason Valkenberg, by the way, does all of our family law stuff. He's fantastic. Just go to my website, put your thoughts out, get some homework tonight to do, send it to me. Let me read through it, and I'll send it over to Jason, or I'll respond back if there's nothing we can do. We'll take care of you that way. Don't stress. I know it's emotional. We'll take care of you. You'll be all right.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, my man. And the good luck is your appearance. The FBI goes after your wife for taking checks from another guy and somehow turning that into fraud and losing all of it. Man, imagine that. You're out on the open road just trying to provide for your family, paying the mortgage, sending the check back, and that bitch is just taking that money and funneling it somewhere else. The mortgage hasn't been paid, then you find out she's skeezing with some guy from Texas.
And we love our truck drivers. Huge listeners to the show.
Truck drivers out there on the road doing the Lord's work, carrying grain from one side of the earth to the other. And then this guy, all he wants to do is come home to a nice hot meal and a lovely wife, and she's over there cheating on him. Terrible. You should take her on the ice, Tom. knock her spleen right out of its socket. Thank you, Dom. If you didn't get through today, and a lot of people did not, you can always call the office, 813-251-5550, or simply go to askthedom.com. What do you have coming up on your show?
Fun show tomorrow, employment labor law segment. Show attorney Sean Estes is in studio. We're going to talk about any employment law issues you have. A lot of folks have questions with regard to what the Trump administration is doing, offering the federal employees that option to get out, the 8-month severance. There's a lot of issues with that. These guys actually did a on-air symposium via Zoom or something last week for a lot of folks with regard to the federal system. So a lot of questions regarding that. We got a lot of great federal employees in our area, on the base, military, non-military, etc. So it's going to be a great show tomorrow on Ask the Dom. That's at 7 p.m. now, Mike, to 10. And then I believe next week we have our great Sheriff Chad Chronister coming in. I've got to confirm at his office, but I believe that is scheduled for next Wednesday.
Awesome. All right, well, have a great show, and good luck on the ice.
Awesome. Well, and I will call or text you. I'll send you photos of hopefully a victory. But I appreciate, Mike, your prayers and your support. Thank you.
I just want to see pictures from the hospital. From the hospital, so I know I won the over-under. That's all I'm saying.
Dom, when is your hockey game?
I play tonight at 8 o'clock.
All right, I'll get you that ticket before that. So
yes, okay.
Work on that before you lose your spleen, please.
Set it in motion before he goes unconscious. Oh, man. All right, Dom, thank you.
Awesome. Love you guys.
I don't know what we're doing. We haven't even started news yet. Felipe Esparza is going to join us at the top of the hour. We'll try to do news next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. It's a little late. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, President Donald Trump issued an ultimatum on Monday to Hamas saying that...
Plastic straws or nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Saying that if all remaining Israeli hostages are not released from Gaza by noon on Saturday, then, quote, all hell is going to break loose. Asked by reporters for details on what he meant, President Trump initially responded, you'll find out. They'll find out. They'll find out too.
Bigly.
Hamas will find out what I mean. He then said ending the ceasefire that took effect on January 19th would be Israel's decision, but that he felt it would be appropriate to cancel the agreement if the hostages aren't released by his deadline. Under the terms of the ceasefire, the deal negotiated by U.S., Qatar, and Egypt, a total of 33 Israeli hostages were to be released during a 6-week first phase in exchange for the release of about 2,000 Palestinian prisoners from Israeli jails.
Now, keep in mind, these are not prisoners of war. These are not spies that were captured. These were mostly kids that were at a rave.
Yeah.
And then they've been repeatedly getting abused and raped and tortured for the last 2 years.
They'll find out.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, and I hope we're prepared for this, because you can't say you'll find out and they'll be held erased and all that other stuff, and then not deliver on it.
Right.
But I don't think that anybody has a half a doubt that he's going to deliver on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the most important thing is to get those hostages free, and then they could blow each other off the map if they want to do that.
Yeah. Did you ever hear about the meeting that Trump had with, I may be getting this wrong, Taliban? I believe it was the Taliban, the leaders of the Taliban. And he had pictures of the guy's house.
Yeah. I don't know if that's real either, but that's a good story.
Yeah, that's a good story. I like that a lot. President Trump has directed the government, not only are we getting plastic straws, we're stopping the penny. They're not minting any more pennies.
Oh, come on.
Because they cost more than a penny, to produce.
I don't think we need more pennies. I think that's fine. I think we're done with pennies.
But now people are saying that now we may have to make more nickels, which nickels are way more than what nickels.
Why would you need more nickels if you don't have if you're not making any more pennies?
How about we do this? You want common sense? You want Trump? You want common sense? Here's the thing: if it's over $1.50, you pay $2 for it. If it's under $1.50, you pay $1 for it.
That's a little much. I would say like $1.80. $1.80, you pay $2.
So,
like in math,
yeah, but
five you round up.
What? Too much for who then?
I think the kid that
It
goes
evens
to
out.
the
That's
kid that
split
goes
right
to
in the
buy a
middle.
candy bar and has $1.49, you know what I mean? He's or $1 and it's $1.51. He's not going to pay $2 for it. Yeah,
Yeah, but
what you have
that's
to
how
watch out
it
for.
that's how it evens out, though.
But I have to tell you, candy is like $3 now.
I don't even know.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, like, but for a candy bar, if you buy it at the store, it's like $2.60 something
For a candy bar.
I still
ridiculous.
say, like that comedian said, and I wish I could give him credit for it, is that they just give you a piece of chocolate back.
Yeah.
You know, for the pennies and
Thank
stuff.
you.
They just give you a piece of chocolate and you get to eat the piece of chocolate.
There is a scene in the movie, Carmen. I don't know if you've ever seen Running Man because I don't think it's in HD. It's with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and there's a scene where the girl in the movie goes to get a Coke from the vending machine, and she's like, "Can you believe Cokes are $6 now?" And she's trying to get enough change to put in the machine because at the time you couldn't use a credit card in a vending machine.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of like, because to go buy a can of Coke is like $3 now. That's ridiculous.
Is it?
Yeah, for like a can of soda.
Well, I don't know.
I don't
it's
really.
not like it costs more to make it.
Right. It's just the time.
You're right. It's everything that's involved with it. Getting it shipped, like the gas to get it to the store, the boat that brings it over here from wherever they make it.
You know what blew my mind yesterday? I went and saw Becoming Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, for everyone, I know there's a Led Zeppelin documentary.
You do.
I've been,
All right.
Wait a
I've been
second.
talking.
Are you telling me you knew because I knew that Bert and Jameis did a thing together at the Super Bowl? Yeah.
Did people tell you that?
Yeah.
Did you guys know that I like Jameis?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I have been talking about this Led Zeppelin documentary for years while they were making it. I get updates. I'm on an
He
email.
has Led Zeppelin tattoos.
Yes, I'm on an email list about Led Zeppelin. Any Led Zeppelin event that happens, I know about.
Right.
You know, Ian the other day said to me, he goes, "I thought I was a Led Zeppelin fan until I met Galvin."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, fantastic. By the way, great documentary. If you're not a huge Zeppelin fan, I don't know how much you're going to love it. I love it. They have so much in-depth stuff. They
Is
have
it
a bunch
all performance?
It's a lot of performance, a lot of studio, a lot of how they became, you know, starting out as studio musicians, then Yardbirds, all that stuff, how it came about and everything. But anyways, they're going through the timeline and they're showing all this stuff. 1968, 1969. How much was it to go see Led Zeppelin?
$6.
16.
$4.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
$4.
And people still probably complain about it.
Yeah. I don't know if I can scrape together $4 to go see Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? $4. Could
That's
you imagine?
crazy. It's $600 to go to a concert.
I mean, you can tell them they're still alive. Can you imagine Jimmy Page ever thinking that someone would pay $2,000 for front row tickets?
Oh, I mean, they're
5,000.
turning down
Oh yeah,
millions of dollars to reunite.
Right.
That's crazy.
But like, I'm going to see Kerry King tonight. Kerry King's $50. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$5.
At Janice.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know.
You
what-
should get there when you go to get in and be like, I'm only giving you $4.
Yeah,
Led
I
Zeppelin
just
was
saw.
$4.
I just saw a thing. Zeppelin, they were like $4. I don't know how much you guys talked about this yesterday. I don't know how people aren't losing their minds about this and talking about this more. I don't really see it too much. Kanye West, Yeezy.com advertisement for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So it's stunned viewers and it's bizarre vibe and him filming it on an iPhone and all that stuff. But then what happened next shocked the station execs who ran it by media buyers who approved the spot even more because Wes immediately flipped the website after the ad aired and replaced it with its previous content to just have one item.
One item that nobody is buying.
A t-shirt with a swastika on it for $20 each.
A white t-shirt with a black swastika right on the front of it.
He's crazy.
I think people just think Kanye's so crazy, they just don't care. Like, he's so wild.
My
like,
wife
this isn't
loves Kanye. Refuses to have anything to do with him.
Loves Kanye or loves his music?
Loves his music. But
Okay.
she kind of loved his a little of his craziness and all that stuff, but not the Nazi stuff. And I mean, it's one thing, even if you want to say something, like if you want to be Kanye, you want to come out and go, yeah, but before the Nazi stuff, Hitler was not a bad guy. Like, you're doing that just to troll people, you know what I mean? And that was what Kanye did. But if you're going to be the guy that comes out and says, quote, I am a Nazi, and then put out swastika t-shirts, that's hate material. And that is stuff that you're not allowed to disseminate. I mean, that he's putting out hate material. It'd be like putting on a shirt that said fag on it. It'd be like using the N-word.
And you think, well, how do they give Kanye a Super Bowl ad? He had the money and he had other stuff up there that wasn't swastika stuff.
Right.
And once it went up, he goes, switch it to the swastika t-shirt.
I mean, what I'm trying to put my head into, what is he a genius in some way? Is there something there that he's doing?
I think you know my answer on that.
Yeah, well,
but what is he getting out of
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, what is the end game in this thing? Because I think he's going to lose way more people than he's ever going to have. And nobody's coming back to the Nazi.
Yeah, but also, even whenever this whole thing first went down and the Yeezys and Adidas said we're not selling them anymore, Yeezys went up like crazy. Like people couldn't get their hands on them.
Yeah, but the Yeezys themselves were they were hard to get in the first place.
Yeah.
And if you have something that's coming out and you create the hype for it and then you short the amount that you're putting out, there's going to always be a demand for it. Then when you start putting the Nazi stuff in there, I don't care how nice they are, nobody's wearing them.
Yeah,
nobody's buying them. Nobody's wearing the swastika.
I would love to know how many swastika t-shirts they sold.
Man, it is insane.
So the site's down right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I just went to Yeezy.com. It's nothing.
The only way Kanye ever recovers from this is to say that he had an absolute mental breakdown.
Yeah, but what's he have to recover? He's super, super rich. There's nothing to recover.
I think that you'll find that the Jews of the world are not going to be happy. Listen,
do you think
Kanye,
he cares?
Yes, they'll find a way to milk him through lawsuits. They'll find a way to milk him for his money. And I'm talking about whoever has making him an enemy, not necessarily just the Jews.
Because he's not broken any laws. He's just apparently just a scumbag.
Yes, but you're turning a very powerful group against you, and a group that does not like to be pushed around.
Were they buying his music? Were they going to buy his music? Were they going to support him at all?
But what I'm saying is that will find ways to squeeze you out.
Maybe.
Lawsuits are very expensive.
But what's the lawsuit
to
though?
defend?
And
you'll find it doesn't matter.
I just think
I could sue you tomorrow, Gio, and then you still have to defend it.
I think he has so much money that you can't. There's nothing you can do.
I don't think he has that much money.
He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you're talking about worth billions and billions of dollars. Versus, he still has less money than all the Jews.
No, but I don't think it matters how much money you have. Any of this, if you're dead, which they could easily just kill.
That's really the only thing they could do.
But that could
whoever they are.
Listen, you start printing T-shirts with swastikas on it, you could die in a one-car accident very easily.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Or somebody gets together and says, we don't like what this guy is doing, and we find reasons to keep him in court. We find reasons to cause. You start paying a lawyer, $25,000 an hour or whatever they're paying him. That goes pretty quick. I mean, it may not bankrupt him, but it's going to eat away at a lot of his money.
I just think he's so wealthy that he's uncancelable.
Yeah, uncancelable. But I think someone calls the Clintons in and get their people on it.
Give the rub.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, bye.
Dog and cat owners are freaking out over a report that their pet's microchip might not work right now.
Uh-oh.
A Texas-based chip company called Save This Life went under and apparently didn't tell anyone. If you scan one of the chips right now, it's not linked to anything. So there'd be no way to contact you. The American Animal Hospital Association keeps a central database of all the chip numbers, but the pets registered through Save This Life aren't in it anymore. There's good news is your pet's microchip is fine. You just have to re-register it through another company. A few do it for free. Others charge around $20 for it. Your vet might have your chip number on file. So if you're like, I don't know what the chip number is, talk to your vet. They may have it, or they could scan it and see what the chip number is. Or if you have it written down or anything like that, you can just go to AAHA.org. But all the bad chips start with one of these two numbers, 991 or 900164.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, my dog is chipped, but I don't know the numbers.
Yeah,
I'm sure I
so-
have it somewhere.
Yeah, or your vet has it or something like that. So that way, if somebody does find your dog, it'll be linked to the database. You have to relink it to the database and do all that.
Bobby Kelly has this joke in his act about his worst nightmare is an in-shape pedophile taking his son.
Right.
Because he has plantar fasciitis and he doesn't want to have to chase after him. And he goes, after a while, I would just be like, Max, come back. Bye. And he just lets him run away, because that's kind of how I feel about the dog.
Yeah.
No. I don't want my dog to run away, but I feel like things are meant to happen. Like I feel like Mabel will never leave my house, never leave my side. Hazel wants to search. She wants to go out there.
She wants to roam.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like if she roams, she'll come back, and if she doesn't, maybe it was time. Maybe it was time for her to go.
Yeah, but then if you have the chip, somebody will call and go, "Hey, we have your dog."
And then it was meant to be. It was meant to be back.
Are you celebrating Valentine's Day this Friday?
Yeah, Bobby and I are going to do butt stuff.
Oh, you're gonna have a nice little time.
Yeah.
Carmen and Chad are going to Wheezy.
Bobby and I are going to do what you're doing, grinding from the front to back.
Yeah. Joe, what do you got going on?
I think we're going to go to Frankie's Chop House.
Oh, very nice.
Good meal.
Grifter.
What is grifting about going to Frankie's?
Yo, it's
She likes steak, and we never go out to get it. What?
Joe,
is
I
the
went there a
problem?
couple of weeks ago, and it's fantastic.
See, there you go. Screw you, Gio, scumbag,
freeloader.
Get your credit card ready. My wife and I are going to dinner. I already have reservations. Ready to go.
Where are you going?
Sizzler.
Oh.
Now, a place that we go very often.
I know.
I know where you're going.
That's very good. I like it a lot. Gio, anything?
No.
Of course not. Now you're the scumbag. That is, I mean, you know, your wife does everything for you.
We have
You can't take her out to dinner. You
4
cheapskate.
We have 7 soccer games this weekend.
Oh, so she has them too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So guess where we'll be, Joe?
Celebrating their love at soccer.
We have 7 soccer games we have to attend this weekend in all parts of Tampa.
We have volleyball in Winter Haven, which I will not be at because I'll be in Fort Myers. But we really missed a big one. Winter Haven.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Pass.
I think I'm in Plant City, Brandon, Wesley Chapel, over another one, Ed Radis, all over the place.
Well, how about this, Gio? While you're out there running around from soccer game to soccer game, Subway is offering buy one, get one free subs for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Get a nice turkey sub or something?
Give me the sweet onion chicken teriyaki.
Oh, that's good. I like that one. You can take them up on it by ordering through the app. You can use the promo code FLBOGO.
That'd be good if you're feeding the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, buy one, get ones.
Mm-hmm.
I went to fast food yesterday.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're back, baby.
What'd you go to? What was your go-to?
I got the Angel Reefs burger again.
Again?
No.
Yeah.
Gio.
It's good. Barbecue, bacon, double quarter pounder. What is it?
It's not, I got the single. The single. The option for the double, but I got the single.
Fries and a drink?
No, I just got the sandwich. Tried to keep it light.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was doing so good. Now New Orleans ruined me.
Yeah.
I blame Olivero and Carmen.
You can get
You're
back
welcome.
to it. You can stop.
I too went to McDonald's yesterday.
I know.
How do you know?
Because I know. They know me there.
His burger guy.
He
They
does.
say Mike was just here.
What did I get? What did I get?
You got a hamburger.
No, I just got a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
I was driving down Del Mabry and my stomach just felt, and then we pulled into McDonald's and I go, do you want anything? And she goes, no. I go, I'm just going to get a soda. And she goes, well, yeah, get me a Diet Coke. And then I go, I mean, do you want to get a 2 cheeseburger meal and split the cheeseburgers? And she goes, no. I go, me either. I don't even know why
why would you say that?
up? And, so we just got sodas, but I'll tell you, it was close.
If you're getting fountain sodas, McDonald's is the spot.
That's a spot.
It really
It's
is.
a spot. I mean, their Diet Coke is the best.
The mix is the best you can get.
Yeah.
Happy National Make a Friend Day. Is this the secret to making friends as an adult? Someone on Reddit said to find something that lets you see the same people regularly. Don't expect to meet someone once and hit it off with them. Becoming friends takes time.
That's not how friends are. It's like love at first sight, or you're not friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen to me.
No, but they're saying like if you went to a cooking class or if you went to play hockey like Dom is doing.
I know in 5 minutes whether or not we could be friends.
Yeah, but then you're like, you want to exchange numbers on the first time you meet
Oh,
them?
no. That I get. You want to nurture the friendship a little bit, but I will tell you within the first 5 minutes of meeting somebody, whether like my daughter, I've been introduced to new adults in my life because my daughter's volleyball. I'm meeting new parents.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can tell you right away which parents I can be friends with. I like them all. Which ones I can be friends with and which ones I have no interest in talking to.
Right.
Yeah. It's just how it goes from the first 5 minutes of talking to them.
Sure.
I think I've gotten a little bit of a handle on why I have no friends. Because I only like to be friends with girls, and I don't mean that sexually. I feel like I'm a better friend with a girl than I am with a guy. You know, and I think that in my age and my marital situation, that's hard to do is have girlfriends, but I get along better and I'm more honest and talk to girls better.
Maybe you're gay.
Except I like girls. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to have sex with them. I just know that I'm not going to, you know, like I love hanging out with JoJo, but I love hanging out with JoJo.
That's just because JoJo's cool.
But yes, that's my type of friend. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need JoJo to, if I say JoJo.
Shocking you like to hang out with a beautiful woman that likes to cook and make little treats for you. I mean, that's shocking.
But like, if I said, JoJo, come over and watch football, and she came over in sweatpants with her hair in a ponytail, I'd be like, yeah, perfect. I'm not looking for
You just want to be around hot
up.
chicks.
No, I don't. I just said I wanted to dress down.
I forget what it was. I don't know whether it was a movie or a skit or something, whatever, but a guy who was like a high school kid and pretended to be gay. And then all the high school girls around him and they're like, oh, it's fine. Jeff's gay, this and that. And they're changing. He's like, ugh. That'd be rough.
Yeah.
Today is also National Guitar Day.
Of course it is.
Would you like to get another guitar?
No.
Do you have enough guitars?
I don't. I have guitars don't even know that I have.
Yeah. There's a lot of guitars. Also, how about this? Diddy. More stuff with Diddy.
He's a Diddy.
Diddy is now being sued for allegedly raping a male street performer. The male street performer says that Diddy,
I mean, well, why not pile it on?
Put something in his drink and then gave him the Diddy.
Wow, Diddy was really into some stuff.
Yeah. Could you imagine being a street performer? Diddy sees you and you're like, and Diddy's like, "Hey man, you're pretty good. Like, come over to
maybe
the
work
studio.
one of my parties."
Yeah, something whatever, and then squirt into your drink, and then you're like, I feel woozy, and then you wake up, and all about the bedroom.
You wake up and you're afraid to fart.
Oh no, bad news.
Just saying.
How about this? After months of legal wrangling, Alex Rodriguez and his business partner Mark Lohr are set to become majority owners of the Timberwolves and the Lynx. The NBA and WNBA. Yeah, a 3-member arbitration panel ruled a longtime owner, Glenn Taylor, did not have the right last year to cancel a pending sale of 40% of his ownership stake to Lohr and Rodriguez. In a statement released through the Timberwolves and the Lynx, Taylor said the vote was 2-1 in favor of Lohr and Rodriguez.
See, Kanye, you could be using all those billions of dollars to buy sports teams. Instead, you're making swastika t-shirts.
Yeah.
It says 2.4 billion for Kanye.
2.4 billion.
2.4.
That's 999 million twice and a half.
It says it's down a little bit because he's lost a lot of branding deals.
Right. I understand. Kanye is just bored.
Yeah.
Kanye is why I think Diddy bangs dudes and stuff, just because he bangs so many people. He's like, I got to try banging a dude.
I think when you just get to that type of wealth, you just do whatever you want.
I knew.
Is that what you want?
Is that what I want?
No, I'm saying, like, is that where you get to and you're like, I'm so rich, let me hate Jews?
You're so powerful, you think you're untouchable.
I knew Kanye was trash from Punk'd. Remember Punk'd years and years and years ago, where they punked him and he was being such a jackass, and then he saw the cameras and saw it, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, okay," like half-assed it and stuff. And it was just like, "Oh no, we know."
I think it would have been kind of annoying.
We know who you really are. Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to have dinner, and this guy's telling me my car was stolen, and I'm like, just leave me alone. I get it. I'm on Kanye's side of that one. Just that though.
Yeah,
just
he's trash. How about this? A plane owned by Motley Crue singer Vince Neil was involved in a fatal accident in Arizona on Monday. According to authorities, one person was killed when a Learjet 35A veered off the runway and crashed into a Gulfstream 200 business jet on the ramp at Scottsdale Municipal Airport. In addition to the deceased, one person was trapped inside of one of the planes for an extended period of time, while 3 others were taken to local hospital with injuries. Motley Crue's manager said that Neil was not aboard the flight, but the singer's girlfriend, Rain, was on the plane and sustained 5 broken ribs. Her friend Ashley was also on board and was hospitalized as well. The identity of the deceased was not released as of yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought he was just renting it out. I didn't know it was actually his girlfriend and some friends.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I assumed it was just his weight that brought the plane down.
Oh, come on, Vince.
Come on,
Vince.
Pudgy little bastard, yeah.
Some Super Bowl stuff. Philly fans, of course, trashed the city after the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes apologized for letting Chiefs Nation down, and Kendrick Lamar's streams skyrocketed after his halftime performance.
I have watched the clip of Serena Williams dancing 1,000 times. I just think it's sexy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. She's got the big hair, and I don't know. It keeps coming up in social media and it just on a loop. You know what I mean? Also, do you know the significance of that, of her doing the Crip Walk? Because she did it at Wimbledon when she won Wimbledon, because she's from Compton, and they fined her. So now she did it. I'm finding out all these things about the halftime performance.
All the little Easter eggs.
Yeah, all the Easter eggs afterwards, which makes the halftime performance even more exciting. You nerds didn't know all the. You nerds that knew all the clues were enjoying it from the start. All us old people have to kind of catch up a little bit.
After seeing Tom Cruise's Super Bowl intro video, people are going, "What happened to Tom Cruise's face?"
Yeah,
I actually said, "What happened to Tom Cruise's hair?" I think that's the first time I saw him where his hair didn't look cool. His hair looked like
messed up a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not. But I'm saying it looked like a wig. You know what I mean? It just looked bad. It looked weird. It was like placed on top of his head and stuff.
Did they tell you what they think the face is?
So plastic surgeons think that he had cheek fillers, Botox, and laser skin resurfacing. They don't believe that he went under the knife, though. They don't think he had plastic surgery. They say it's a lot of cosmetic stuff.
So I guess when I was reading that story too, when you get the filler, it freezes up your muscles. And then some of it takes time to like settle into place.
Yeah.
So it'll give you the puffy appearance.
Because remember, we said that about Gwen Stefani. We were like, "Oh, you're doing too much. You're doing too much." And then it settled, and you're like, "Oh, you're beautiful again."
Oh, can I tell you? I don't know if I missed a medication or not, but I watched The Voice last night.
Yeah.
I almost cried 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, am I on my period or something?
Why?
Because it was just like the stories were good, and this one kid, his father died, and then the next kid went out there and he just belted out a good song, and they all 4 turned around for him. And I was like, oh, bless his heart, all 4. He got a 4-chair turnaround.
Oh boy.
And then that little Adam is so adorable, the way he fights with Michael Bublé, and they go back and forth. Then John Legend comes in and snipes him. I think that might be my favorite show.
Oh, Adam Levine.
Adam Levine.
Okay,
yeah. I actually I watched The Voice, enjoyed the singers, and enjoyed the show.
Yeah,
I love that Casey Musgraves.
Yeah,
is that her? She's a little sass.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to me, but I became a fan of The Voice last night.
I love The Voice.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen it for a while. And then finally in news, I don't know if we want to take a break and come back to this. If we have
no, we got Felipe Esparza on.
All right, so we'll come back to it afterwards. USA Today did their ad meter poll and ranked all the different Super Bowl commercials, so we can go through that.
Carmen, please help me out because I can't grab the phone line. And welcome to the show, Felipe Esparza. Hey, fool.
What's up, fool? What's up, Mike?
How you doing, buddy?
Chilling, bro. Getting ready for my 1-hour special. Brand new.
Felipe has got a new special. It's called Raging Fool. It's on Netflix, and I haven't watched it. I did watch the trailer. I will watch it this weekend, I promise. And Felipe is one of the most naturally, guys you just want to love and laugh at everything he says, man. I'm glad you got another special out.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Where'd you film it?
I filmed it at the Crest Theater in Sacramento. My wife directed it.
Yeah, and is she good at that, or did she boss her way into it?
Oh no, man! She executive produced all my specials.
Oh, that's convenient.
And produced them, man. So you know what? So direct this one, and she did a great job.
That's awesome. And now, how long do you have to go out and work that material before you get that new out? Because this weekend, I'm doing a gig with Bobby Kelly, and Louis C.K. is showing up because he's working on his new special.
Oh wow! I
right?
don't do no touching myself jokes, but that's all his.
What? How long do you have to go out and work all that stuff before you feel comfortable?
Well, my last special came out during the pandemic,
right?
So I didn't really get to promote it too much. It came out at the height of the pandemic. So that one, I worked on it for 3 years, but this one, I've been working on it since the pandemic. So 5 years it took me.
Man, holy cow, that's some time, brother. Now,
Felipe,
tell me, just before I forget about this, what was that thing that I saw on Instagram? Some guy just stopped you and tried to read your mind or something in the city somewhere.
Oh, where at?
It was I remember I saw a video, and the guy will go up to people on the streets and he'll be like,
"Oh, yeah, that's Maximo in South London."
Oh, in London, and he tried to guess what you did for a living or something like that, or he was trying.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Felipe.
Yes, I was walking around with my family. We had a show in London, and we were walking around in the afternoon, and I saw a guy he was standing on top of a ladder, a step ladder, and my niece recognized him from, I guess, an influencer. I didn't know who he was.
Right.
Then he approaches me. Hey, can I guess your career? And then I'm all right. So she started asking me questions. He was trying to guess what I do for a living, and he didn't guess.
No,
He
because
asked me everything. He didn't guess.
no, I mean, you got to think that of all the guys you ran into, he's probably got like 5 questions that are going to narrow it down to something, but rarely you're going to run into a comedian.
Yeah, because he asked me, where do you work? I said, I work in the dark.
Yeah.
Because, do you work alone? I work alone. Is your job technical? And I'm like, yes, there's a lot of lighting involved.
Yeah.
He goes, you're an architect. Nope.
Not even close. Not even close.
He got like 30 million views right now.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I don't understand. I'm too old for social media to figure out how. I like it using it, but I'm too old to figure out how it works.
Oh man, I don't even know how stuff hits a million.
Yeah.
My stuff doesn't.
No, it's
when I
crazy.
share it, 100,000. Someone else shares it, 2 million.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. This is Felipe Esparza. His new special is called Raging Fool. It's on Netflix, and I can tell you right now, I haven't seen it yet, but Felipe is one of the funniest, nicest guys. I haven't seen you. The last time I saw you was on Birch Cruise.
Yes, on Birch Cruise. That's right. Remember that one?
That was insane.
Speedo contest that turned into a smallest man contest.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even know if I ever told these guys about that. They had
my God.
They had a micro penis contest on the boat. So it was the guy. But with Felipe, what I didn't understand was the guy who won was so proud of winning that. Like he was walking around
I know.
showing people pictures.
I remember when Bert said, who could beat this guy? I was backstage trying to find someone that could beat him, and there was a lady rubbing her man's shoulders. Ryan, you got this.
Oh, no.
He turned around and said, babe, you're getting me too excited. I might lose.
And he didn't. And and the worst part for me was my room was right above that stage. So I watched the whole thing from Bert's point of view, where I got to see everything. It was we were like, and we couldn't stop watching. We were like, this is horrible. Why are we still watching this? But we couldn't draw away from it.
Oh, I wrote a funny bit about it because my wife and I were staying next to a couple, and I think they were swingers,
right?
Because they had the pineapple upside down and all that. And we ran into them like 3 times. They didn't invite us once. We felt like the Untouchables.
I feel like they get a vibe from the people who are swinging, and a strong vibe from the people that weren't.
Yeah, man.
Your wife,
my wife and I we were hearing about making love next door, and then my wife and I are arguing about, no, you're the ugly one. No, you're the
ugly one. You're ruining it for us. That was a good time though, that cruise. I felt like I got to at least hang out with a lot of people that I like and that I don't get to see very often.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Especially the karaoke night.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Yep. It was good stuff. Pap sang Sweet Caroline.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you got a new special out. Any plans to tour and come down here at all?
Yes, I have a tour right now. It's called the At My Leisure Tour, but I don't have any dates in Tampa yet.
Working, man. Between Tampa and Sarasota and Fort Myers, there's got to be something within our listening audience that we'd love to have you come through town, man.
Yeah, I usually go to Fort Myers area of Naples.
Yeah, well, do it, man. We haven't seen you down here in forever.
Well, I'm down, man.
Who do you hang with? Who goes on the road with you?
I take Gabby Lamb. She's a female comic in LA, and I take sometimes a real funny guy from Minnesota. He's an older gentleman. He's like a legend, but he has no TV credit, but everybody knows who he is. Chuck Bartel.
Chuck. I don't know Chuck.
He's one of those darkest comics, man. Like, he used to open up for Tom Papa.
Oh, yeah?
And now he opens up for me, and he opens up for Nick Swartzen. He's one of those hidden gems, bro. Very dark. And, like, I don't know, he's very unpredictable on stage. He's so hilarious.
Good.
Like, if you see him once, you remember him.
Yeah.
He's very dark, bro. He has jokes like, he said, I don't know what his jokes. He doesn't have no internet, so and no email, so he probably would know that I said his joke on the radio.
Yeah.
He said, what John F. Kennedy said, "Ask not what the country could do for you, or what you could do for the country." And then he had sex with Marilyn Monroe and had her killed. He's so dark.
I love it.
Then I have a guy named Larry Bubbles Brown. He opens up for Dave Attell and also Tom Papa, and he's opened up for Robin Williams. And this guy, he's been doing comedy like 45, 50 years.
Nice.
And he did his first Letterman in 1994, and then he did Letterman again in 2004. So he has a record for doing Letterman's 20 years later.
Wow. That's great.
And that's he's an old school comic. After every joke, he says "mur."
Mur?
Yeah.
Mur.
You know him. If you saw his face, you know him. He's real deadpan. Yeah.
Oh.
Larry Bubbles Brown. He started in the late 70s with Robin Williams and Bob Saget and all those guys. But he's one of those comics, man, there's some comics that love staying in their hometown. They don't like traveling, and they want to be the king of San Francisco.
Yeah, I never understood that. I can never be happy just in one place, although here I am in Tampa for 30 years.
When I was talking to Harlan Willis on my podcast, he said that, I asked him, there are a lot of Canadian comedians who never decided to leave because of no passport or a bad record. And he said, yeah, a lot of comedians. He said that Jim Carrey's best friend was one of the darkest, funniest comedians out there. And he was too crazy to go to the United States and anywhere else, but he just did in Canada.
Yeah, so I guess some people are just happy close to home. Not me. I want to be out there, man. When I find out that you guys go to Japan and go to London, and who was it? Pete Corielli told us he went to Turkey and other places, and I'm like, I never in a million years thought that comedy would be the thing to get you to go overseas.
Me neither, man. I did a show in Amsterdam, and Tom Rhodes shows up to my show to hang out.
Oh, he's the king of Amsterdam.
Yeah, man. And I never thought I'd be doing a show in Amsterdam, and stand-up comedy is like new to Amsterdam. Like,
really?
I do comedy in Rotterdam, but not Amsterdam. And then I used to insult jokes or self-deprecating humor.
Oh, yeah.
They don't laugh as hard as we do in America. They feel like, oh, why are they making fun of yourself?
That's so weird how the cultures are different. All right, well, listen, I'm going to check it out. I promise I'm going to watch the new special. It's called Raging Fool. It's by Felipe Esparza. It's on Netflix. It's out today. Go watch it. Do the guy a solid and check it out. I promise you'll find Felipe is funny. He's a sweet guy, and everything he does is great. And, man, work on bringing that tour down here to Florida.
I will, man. Also, man, check me out I did one episode on Shifting Gears with Tim Allen.
Shifting Gears with Tim Allen. Where is that? Like on the we can just Google
ABC.
that. Oh, on ABC.
It's on ABC. It's a new sitcom.
Oh, see, it shows you what I know. I told you I'm old. Shifting Gears, Felipe Esparza and Tim Allen, and the new special Raging Fool on Netflix. Felipe, good to catch up with you, brother.
Thank you, Fool. What's up, Calvin?
What's up, man?
Good seeing you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Take it easy. There you go. It's Felipe Esparza. We got to take a break. Thanks, Carmen. We're running late. I know we got to run and take a break. We'll be back with the rest of the news. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Where we at, Calvin?
So for the commercials for the Super Bowl, of course, that's a big thing that everybody talks about. USA Today did their annual ad meter poll to rank the 57 of the year's Super Bowl commercials.
Do you, off the top of your head, have anyone that stick out?
Yes, there was one that
See, I was really in bad shape, so I don't really remember a lot of them.
There was one that made me laugh, and I said, "Oh, that's the first one that actually made me laugh." And it's not on here for the ranking. Whatever was Eugene Levy, the eyebrows.
Yeah, I thought that was good
for Little Caesars, which I thought was funny. And then you had to have thought Pringles was like, "God damn it!"
Right? Why do we go?
Because they did the mustache, and it was the exact same thing, but it was different companies.
See, I think there was a mole in one of the companies,
and
I wonder who it was. You know what I mean? Whether it was Pringles stole it from
Little Caesars,
or the other, or if it's the same umbrella and they just
or if it's the guy who is like, listen, I got this really good idea.
Yeah.
Hoffman's mustache flies off, and they're like, no, we don't like it. He goes, fine, I'm taking it to Levy's eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did something where the guy got fired from Little Caesars and then went over to Pringles and
Yeah.
started working
Right.
there. And he's like, I got an idea. they didn't want it over at Little Caesars.
I'm trying to think of what was the other one. There was the Duncan one that is memorable, but but my favorite,
right? Like Ben Affleck is trying too hard.
But my favorite part of that whole thing was when Jeremy Strong came out of the coffee and they were like, you should just spend the money and hire Damon. And then the other one with Matt Damon was when with him and Beckham. And he says, how famous are you? And he's like Matt Damon famous? He goes, like Ben Affleck famous. He goes, oh, that's unfortunate.
I did have to explain to my kids why the Seal one was funny.
I love that one.
Because they didn't know who Seal was.
But did we see a picture of that? Did we talk about that? Because I felt like I already saw that.
Maybe Seal just looks like a seal.
Maybe I may have seen preview of what was going to happen and stuff. So can you guess what number one was according to USA Today?
I know my favorite one was the Harrison Ford one.
Harrison Ford for Jeep?
Jeep.
Yeah.
I liked that it was a little storytelling. I liked that it was a nod to the first responders. I liked the whole twist with Ford and Jeep at the end.
I love that he goes, my last name is Ford.
I thought that was very cool. I also want to live in that cabin and have that dog.
You know that guy that's really popular on Instagram who plays guitar and he does all the things. He'll play the rhythm and the lead and stuff and everything. He composed the music for that.
Really?
Yeah, I saw on his Instagram. He was like, I was really happy to see the commercial because I composed the music and did the stuff. Well, I don't know if you want to start at number 20 or start at number 1.
Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
that was awful.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I know,
idiot.
But I think they're going to vote on it.
Whatever comes your way, WeatherTech, which I think was the old ladies going to Vegas and doing all that stuff, which is like, all right, old ladies partying isn't funny. You know what I mean?
I did like I liked Shane and Post Malone, the backyard barbecue.
Yeah, but we
cul-de-sac.
saw that one.
It was like they teased it, but we finally saw the whole thing.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny.
I do like when he yells at the guy to get off his boat. He goes, "The HOA is already on my back."
Yeah.
The Goldilocks and the 3 trucks with Glenn Powell. Remember, he's out in the woods and all this stuff and doing all that thing. Yeah. Let's see.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Do you recall the Chris Hemsworth Ray-Ban Meta commercial?
Yeah.
Who's the other guy?
Chris Pratt.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
It doesn't look anything like Chris Pratt.
Well,
it did take me a second.
Yeah, I figured out because of the 2 Chris's and all that stuff. I figured out it was Chris Pratt. But I don't even looking at a still picture, I don't think it looks like him. He looks so different. I don't know. I can't figure out why he looks so different. What he did differently is more hair or his hair. I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought I was the only one.
I know. Let's see some of the other ones. Slow Monday, Coors Light, which was I guess the ones with the sloth. Maybe was that it?
Yeah.
Trying to remember them. The No Reason to Hate with Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady. That was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just why?
I was waiting for Tom Brady to unleash the N-word. like remember Chevy Chase and Richard Pryor? Yeah. Your Attention Please. I did like this one. Your Attention Please with Haley Steinfeld and Wanda Sykes for ladies to get their boobies checked.
Oh yeah.
They were just showing a bunch of boobs.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, what's
All
going
the
on here?
bras.
What are you guys selling? I'm in. Dove These Legs. I don't know what that one was. Dream Job. Google. I don't know. We're here. Instacart. Owner's Manual, starring Harrison Ford for Jeep. That came in at number 12.
I mean, just the way Harrison Ford delivers that, life doesn't come with an owner's manual. You know, he's just so growly and so cool.
Abduction, Doritos. That was the one with Tim Robinson and the other guy, the door smashes. By the way, did you see the uncut one?
No.
The door smashes and the alien's eye pops out and the kids scream and he goes, it's because of the pressure. The doors, there was nowhere for it to go. So the eye, we didn't know him as well as you did.
There is a new movie coming out with Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson that all the reviewers are saying it's the funniest movie they've ever seen.
Oh, really?
I wonder if I'll feel the same way.
Do you believe that?
Listen. It very rarely does a magazine like GQ give an endorsement like that. It must hurt them to do that, because they want to be the first ones to be like, we didn't find it.
Rudd is always funny, so
Rudd's always funny,
dude.
But Rudd and Robinson together is probably hilarious.
Role Models was on the other day, and I was watching it. That is such a
Role
great
Models
movie.
is very funny.
Let's see. Knockout by Pfizer. I don't. Knockout cancer. I think that was the thing. Cancer recovery because they had the little kid. Remember, they had the little kid in the boxing gloves.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff. Yep. Joe, we cracked the top 10 when Harry met Hellman's.
Gross.
When Sally met Hellman's, whatever. Yeah, it came in at number 9.
Sally
that was
probably
terrible.
needs Hellman's at this point.
Let's see. Uber Eats with Matthew
Let me
McConaughey.
ask you: if you're Billy Crystal, who's an accomplished
Right.
actor and comedian, and they call you for this, do you go? I go, this doesn't make sense. And then they're like, hey, Bill, we're going to pay you $5 million.
And that's probably what it was.
But I mean, I go, this doesn't make. Why are we doing this? Nobody's clamoring for When Harry Met Sally nostalgia ad.
Yeah.
I just think it's silly. And then they throw it to somebody who's current. I don't
Sydney
remember.
Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. They're like, well, let's get her in there so at least somebody knows what's going
like
on.
we're passing the torch or something.
I guess it was pretty wild. The Century of Cravings with Matthew McConaughey, Kevin Bacon, Martha Stewart, all the different stuff.
That was creative. I'll give you a little creative on that.
The Post Malone, Shane Gillis, and Peyton Manning, Bud Light came in at number 7.
I give Peyton Manning the credit on that one. Comic genius.
Flag 50, NFL. I don't know what that was.
That was for the flag
The
football.
girls flag football league.
Somebody, NFL.
I'm somebody. Yeah, I remember the little kid that was actually kind of cute. It was where like the mentors were teaching little kids are like, I'm somebody. It was mentors teaching little kids.
Oh.
But again, that was before this. That came out before the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure. I remember seeing that.
The David and Dave, which was David Beckham and Matt Damon for Stella. Now we're in the top 3. Can you recall anything that would stand out? What's your top 1? Like
No,
what was the one? I
mine
said
was-
the Eugene Levy, the Little Caesars with the eyebrows. I thought that was funny.
I said Harrison Ford.
The
Yeah.
seal.
Seal?
Seal, I
being
didn't.
Seal.
I thought that was silly.
Seal not in there.
The pickleball with Defoe.
Yep.
That was pretty funny.
Comes in at number 3.
Yeah.
Catherine O'Hara and Willem Dafoe
That was good.
doing pickleball and hustling everybody
Yeah.
for the Michelob Ultra. Yeah, that was decent. We're professional athletes and they whale it and they go, in which sport? That was pretty good. That comes into number 3. Number 2, I didn't see this one. I had to look it up to see what it was. The Little Farmer for Lay's.
Yes, that was when she gets the potato and
One
she buries
falls
the
out.
potato. Yeah, and then she puts it on the
Yeah.
truck.
Okay.
I mean, it was creative.
Yeah. Number 1.
Even though my estrogen is high, I didn't cry during that commercial.
Wait,
all right.
what?
I said last night that I almost cried during The Voice, and somebody said you're taking testosterone. If you're not taking an estrogen blocker, you might be building up estrogen. That's why you feel like crying. I didn't really feel like crying. It was just
Mike's becoming a lady.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
just I don't need all this pressure. okay?
Oh. You guys don't understand.
I cry all the time too, so it's fine.
Thank you, Jim.
I asked Mike what was wrong earlier. I go, you okay? And he goes, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I go, what's going on? And he goes, you know what you did. Number 1, according to USA Today, with their poll for the Super Bowl commercials, number 1, NFL, Super Bowl, first delivery, Budweiser.
Clydesdales?
Yeah, with the Clydesdale.
Yeah, Clydesdales always win.
You guys
People
have to
like
meet him. You
majestic
guys have to meet
horses.
him in
we
New
did.
Orleans.
We chased
We
the
ran 'em
Clydesdales
down.
down Bourbon Street.
Yeah, it was good timing for you guys to be there.
Carmen, I did see baby puppy monkey baby whatever. Right?
That was the Instacart.
Yeah, Instacart.
Yep.
Okay.
They brought all like the.
They
big-
did bring that back, right?
Yeah,
I thought I
yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
All right, let me say this. Don't yell at me until I'm done.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
The first time I watched it, I was confused. The second time I watched it, it just made me laugh. Not like slap my knees. That was hilarious. It was like that was just puppy baby monkey weird. Was the flesh cowboy hat?
Oh, it was gross.
It was
yeah.
gross and it was weird.
Gross.
And then the second time I watched it, I was like, "This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen."
Yeah, because they had 2 of them. They
Yeah.
had one where they were mocking him for being born in the cowboy generation, whatever, and then the other one where it was I don't know, I guess cool to be a cowboy or something like that.
yeah.
But yeah, he had a flash cowboy head.
What was
and it
the ad for?
Yeah.
Like Tubi, I think.
Yeah,
Is that the one you're talking
You're
about?
right, Carmen Tubi. You're right.
Oh, the streaming service?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on a list. It was like voted like one of the worst ones.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. But it was puppy baby monkey. Like I can't imagine the pitch meeting for that.
Do you think-
No, their heads are actual. They're actually cowboy heads.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand who goes. This is good. I feel this working.
Do you think Flesh Cowboy Hat guy thought this is going to be my big break? Come Monday, I'm
No.
gonna be
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I'm
Can
gonna
I
be
tell
so
you what
famous.
I think? I think Flesh Cowboy Hat's like, I got nothing. I got nothing. And then
got
opened his mouth and said no, because their heads are cowboy
Yeah.
heads. And he was like, I don't know what I just said, but they're buying it and they're eating right into it. That's how I feel like that idea came together.
I imagine he just thought this would be his day. I got a Super Bowl commercial. I'm the next Hawk Tua girl.
Did you watch the Saturday Night Live like 50 special where they show like the writers' room and all that stuff?
No.
Those writers are under such intense pressure that I think that they just throw out ideas and hope to God something sticks and comes out of it. Like, I think when they don't have any ideas, they go, I'm seeing you as a ferry boat captain, like pitching it to the host. You're a ferry boat captain, and while you're on the ferry boat, you do some fishing and you accidentally catch a mermaid. Like, I think that they're just speaking on cocaine and no sleep and just
Let's
putting
see
out
what
ideas.
comes out of my mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's their idea.
Because you got to have something. You got to have something by the deadline.
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy how every week they're feeling like their job is on the line. I couldn't live like that.
I feel like that guy got a phone call from his buddy who was like, weren't we talking about that when we were high last week?
Yeah, flesh
Yeah.
cowboy heads. What if it's a whole head? What if your whole head was a cowboy
But it's
hat?
not even a hat, it's his head. All right.
Yeah.
I don't think so, Billy. Well, there you go. USA Today ranked him, and not very memorable.
No, but I mean, when's the last time it was? I think we always
Budweiser?
talk about it the next day. Yeah, well, you'll get one or two that stick out, but it's
What's
been a
Up
long time.
Took over the world.
What's up was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those guys went and toured bars for
Yeah.
years.
Yep.
Years.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the What's Up guys are here tonight.
Do you remember before that?
Budweiser. Yeah, the frogs.
That was huge. And the frogs were like, God damn it, we should have made them human so that we could have took them on tour.
Yeah.
And before that was Spuds McKenzie.
Spuds McKenzie, sure. Yeah, I would imagine that the Budweiser Genie does some promotions where he's showing up at places, doing some stuff.
Yeah.
When they first did the Real American Heroes.
Oh, that was great.
That was good. Then they changed to Real American Genius because
a war broke out.
Yeah. But those were great.
Those were great. Those were funny and they were great at the time. Like it was great.
Yeah. Well, you got a whole year to start working on your next commercials.
Yep.
And start pitching, and let's leave Billy Crystal out of it.
It's so sad that football's gone for like 8 months.
Ooh, that's rough.
My wife is thrilled because I don't watch football all the time anymore. But
what I don't understand is the
UFL.
UFL. It's like in 7 weeks. 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Like the best chance that they have is starting in next week.
Right away.
7
yeah.
weeks. I'm gonna be like, what is this garbage hockey's on?
And that's the XFL and UFL combined.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they should have been ready to go the week after.
Oh, it should be Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be Monday
have
after
been
the Super Bowl.
You're
You
100%
have-
right.
Yeah, you have your first game Monday after the Super
There
Bowl.
is Monday Night Football, and it is that. You're right. That's exactly it. So that we don't lose the rhythm or nothing. It's going to be hard to try to convince me to look at new uniforms and weird patterns and all that stuff.
It sucks.
You know what did happen last night? Luka, the Laker. Luka started for the Lakers last night in his first game as a Laker.
Why did it take so long for him to start?
He's restricted. He had a calf injury,
calf,
so
yeah.
he was out with the Mavs.
How'd he do?
He did all right for his limited minutes and stuff. I think he wound up with 14, like 7 rebounds and 5 assists, and but he was on time limits. But I think it's going to be great. I would put money on the Lakers to win the championship this year.
I just don't know. I don't know what. Like if you're in Dallas, like who? Like it's getting rid of Saquon Barkley.
It's unbelievable. They had to hire extra security for the general manager in Dallas.
Oh, sure.
People are losing their minds because they're going through the list of stuff because he put out a letter to the fans, about what his intentions were and why he wanted to do this, and fans are writing letters to him. They go, he's a 5-time All-Star. He was the leading scorer in the NBA. He's the this. He's only 25.
Right. And he's the only thing we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
or
not
he's,
even like
he's the only thing you'd build a franchise around.
It's not even like you knew he was a free agent. He might leave. It was like mid-season out of nowhere, just gone.
And how about this? Luka's team is smart. By the way, Jordan immediately wanted to sign Luka whenever he came into the league. So he signed with Jumpman and doing all that stuff. LeBron was one of his favorite players. Like when he was a kid, he was like LeBron, the fact that he's playing with him now. But Luka now with the Lakers, his foundation put $500,000 dollars into rebuilding playgrounds and all the different stuff for the sports for the kids in LA. Yeah, signed your new neighbor, Luca.
That's great.
Perfect.
That's great.
They said he had just purchased like this massive house,
$15 million house, in Dallas, which,
you can flip that.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine, getting rid of it and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty wild. They don't let you know for sure.
Do you want to know how old I am?
How old?
I remember watching highlights of LeBron James playing in high school in the Bucks locker room with Rondé Barber. So they were showing his high school games on ESPN. And the next day I was standing there watching the TV with Rondé. Rondé's like, do you believe this? I go, do you believe we're watching a high school kid on ESPN? He's like, but this kid's amazing. And we watched that, and now he has a son who is on his team, and he is thinking about retiring.
I remember when they were showing Kobe, and he's dead.
I know.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
wild.
still crazy
Yeah.
to think about.
It's crazy to think about how it happened.
Yeah.
That is pretty insane.
I remember it was such a story that he was coming out of high school, going right to the NBA.
Yeah.
And then now it's just, that's it, gone.
The next one coming up, who is playing with Duke now, but we've been talking about him for years and stuff, is Cooper Flagg.
But he's playing with Duke.
Yeah, he's playing with Duke now. He's only 18, though. He just turned 18 playing with Duke, but since he was like 13, he was playing against 18-year-olds and dunking on them and doing all this stuff. It's wild how good that kid is.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Basketball is so much fun to watch.
I got to try and get into the NBA. I need a team. I need a player. I need something to attach to.
Well, I'll tell you, I want to go. I want to make a trip over to Orlando and go see the Magic. Franz Wagner, who plays for the Magic, is one of the best guys out there, man. He is really unbelievable. And sticking with the 22. You can stick with the Galen Clark. He's number 22 as well.
Friend Wagner is
Wagner.
Kanye's favorite player.
Yeah. Wagner. He and his brother both play for the Magic.